Live.
And we are live on
Are we there
YouTube.
yet?
Let's go through the introductions. Hello, I'm the Guitar Geek, and who do we have else? Who else is here, guys?
I'm Cheddar Kung Pao, aka Dave.
Whoops, I've just managed to get my own stream there.
Yeah, me too. Just had to mute it.
We are professionals.
I know. I'm good
So
at being...
let's
Yes.
try again. You know me, this is my channel. Hopefully, if you're sort of watching this, then I'm the Guitar Geek. And we've got three other lovely young gentlemen for you tonight. One of us is in America.
Yep, Cheddar Kung Pao, aka Dave.
And one of us is in Denmark.
Yeah, Victor. That's me. Hello.
Hey, Victor. And one of us is, where are you, Vlad?
Finland.
You're not Vlad. Why are you answering my question?
Because I
Yeah,
remember.
so we are international. I'm in Austria. I don't know if I count. Henning says he's working on setting up a camera and it's not working. Well, nothing changes there, Henning. We are, of course, here tonight to go over what we like to call TGU18, what you might know as Thomann Gearhead University 2018. And we were the little helper elves and sort of YouTubers at the same time. So we got to make videos and supervise videos, I guess. And one of us here was the gatekeeper to the rooms, and that was our good man Dave.
Alan is here.
Yeah, and now
Hey,
we've
now
got
Colin.
Colin here.
What?
And now
Hello.
Colin's here.
Hello.
Hi, Colin.
Yay!
Hello, guys. How we doing?
Good.
We're all good.
Good.
We've got the same T-shirt on, Colin.
What a shock. How did that happen?
I don't know. We must have the same tailor.
You
Yeah.
sold your souls to the big corporation.
Wait,
It's,
you're wearing
like people who do
black.
things.
I know that was the joke. My
But
jokes
it's
have to be
quite a
explained.
nice little T-shirt. I'm quite happy with this one. Colin, we were just talking about who was your favorite helper. So
Oh, God, I have to choose one of you. Is that the idea?
Well, remember who's going to be in charge of the rooms next
Well,
year,
there's only-
probably, before you answer.
But you were also wonderful in your unique and different ways.
oh,
Nope,
so
not good enough.
pathetic.
One room slot lost, Colin.
I'm just going to jump in the chat and see who's in there. Josh is in there. He's a fellow American, Dave.
Oh, good.
He's, hello, Josh. And Quicksilver is here. I think I recognize that username. Imre is here. He's been here since before the start of the live stream. He might have to run off, he said, at any moment. Is that right, Vlad?
Yes, I
You
think
were
so.
kind of manning that.
No, I think Josh was doing something somewhere, something. I don't know.
Okay.
I lost control of things already.
So we have no real agenda for tonight, but we're just going to recap the wonderful experience that was TGU18. And as Colin has a sort of slightly different outlook, maybe, Colin, you want to just run us over how it was for you?
Oh, yeah. No, I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I thought it was run exceptionally well. And, yeah, I just had a great time. Everyone was really nice. From the other YouTubers to you guys, the helpers, to the Thomann staff, to, you know, the celebrities who were walking around. You know, it was all great.
Yeah, it was a pit of niceness, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's no ego, I don't think, with anyone that was there, and yeah, it was a lovely sort of thing. And there were some people who I think were much busier than others. There were some people who just never stopped, but I decided to take a bit of a holiday with it. So got the content as well as have a good time, and I did both those things.
Cool. If we do it next year, are you interested in coming next year?
Of course.
I have no authority on that. I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, I'm always in for these sort of things.
What about you, Dave? How was it for you, mate?
It was great. After the initial setup days, I got to sit on my butt most of the time. After 4 days of 13 hours of carrying stuff around, then I got to rest. The system we came up with kind of on the fly the day before things went live, before the YouTubers arrived, of just doing a Google spreadsheet for the rooms worked really well. And yeah, I think everyone was really nice, like Colin said. you know, every YouTuber just about came in to get room time, and everyone was really understanding when I was like, well, can only give you so much or whatever. Nobody was like, don't you know who I am? Let me pull up my sub count for you and then rethink that.
We've just had a €10 donation from someone called Studio Shimil.
Studio Chimmel.
It's
Anyone-
pronounced Gmail. I think.
Oh yeah,
Chimmel.
that's right.
Anyone know who that is?
The €10 smells vaguely of waffles, so I'm going to guess he's in Belgium.
Michiel, why are you not joining us? If Michiel is able to somehow spend €10 on this, you should at least get a shot in the video. I'll see if I can find him on Facebook and ask him what's going on.
I've noted the 4 of us that were in here when the €10 came in, so I'm expecting my 250 by the end of the day.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well,
Yeah.
there is an administration charge of €11, so you guys owe me 25 cents each.
Okay, well, send the invoice to my people.
I will do.
Smell what is gross.
What about you, Victor? Victor, what was your sort of overall summary of TGU?
Well, the setting up days were kind of stressful because of the aquarium thing. Like, we couldn't set it up because of all that hum. But otherwise, it was just so great.
The words you've just used are going to be absolute nonsense to the people that don't know what we are talking about. But thankfully, the man himself, Henning, is here.
Hey!
I'm not here yet. The cables didn't work. HDMI cables didn't work.
Okay. And can you mute your other video, please? You unprofessional cable murderer.
What? Okay.
So, we got Schmorb. I can't even remember. Someone, Josh in the chat has said that Schmorbrot is gross.
It's Danish.
Okay.
So,
So, Henning, are you with us, or are you
this, and then mute this.
Because this is great content.
Okay.
Do this. This is actually how TGU really was.
Yeah, this is the behind the scenes look.
Henning muttering to himself.
Pretty much.
His usual content.
Can he hear us and is ignoring us? Or
I think the audio is going through his headphones. Maybe he can't hear us now.
All right. Well, I'm going to do the real rude thing of muting him for a moment.
Yeah, that might be fine.
There we go. So if you see Henning screaming at the camera, then please let me know and I'll unmute him.
Sure.
And I'm sure that we can all agree that we wish that could happen in real life.
There are days when that's happening.
So, Victor, you mentioned the word aquarium and you mentioned the word hum. Do you want to elaborate on that a little bit?
Sure. So we set up 3 studios, and one of them were called the aquarium. And in that studio, there was this hum coming from the floor, coming from the walls, coming from the ceiling, and we couldn't really do anything to prevent that. So we had to move the entire studio into another building. Like, how far away was it? 50 meters? Not that long. But it was still super hectic. We did it on the last setup day, I think. Or did we do it?
No, we moved it in the
It
morning.
was the morning of the first day.
We moved it in the morning of the first day of shooting. So
yeah, we're talking was it like 3 hours before you were scheduled to start or something like that?
Yeah. It was really hectic.
That's stressful. That's more stress than anyone needs.
Tell me about it.
But the room turned out to be really good, actually. So
yeah, the sound was great.
Yeah.
Have you heard some of the recordings from the shotgun mic, from the acoustic sessions we had in there? So cool.
I have not. Who's posted that so far, Victor?
I think Mary Spender did, or I don't know if she did it yet.
Okay.
Looks like Henning's there now. You can unmute him.
Okay. Well, let's.
Tired.
He's probably checking to see why his microphone's not working.
Yeah.
Henning, give me just a second. You are muted, and how do I? It won't unmute you. Oh wow.
It takes a while. I have to click the button for.
He's
some
pointing
reason.
fingers. I'm clicking the button, Henning. I'm sorry, it's not working. It says present to everyone. I don't eject. Wow, I want that button. I mean, I don't want to click this button like my mum clicks buttons, 30 times. And while we're doing that, Vlad, how about you, mate? What were your experiences of TGU18?
It was quite different from last year, let's put it that way. And it was nice to be treated as humans who need food and work for free for many, many days. And just, it was kind of if I would summarize it shortly, it would be like the excitement of meeting new people and also seeing old friends as well. Because I think events like this it's surprising how much they actually bring people together, even though you don't see for the next 6 months or anything like that. When you see again, it's like, hey, this is awesome. And yeah, that was my TGU basically. Plus, I got to shoot much more content this time, which was awesome.
Can someone hear me?
No.
No.
Oh. I had to also click the button.
Oh, so I was turning it off and you were turning yourself on.
This is not another flute video.
Oh, I loved it.
Turned out great.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
We've got some before I bring you in, Henry. We've got some super chats that we need to address. One is from someone called Studio Shamil.
Who is that?
No idea. I've never heard of his channel before.
But it sounds like one of the greatest people on the planet.
It does. He's a pretty top bloke. Josh has said that something in Danish is gross. Victor, you want to tell us what that is?
It's basically just bread.
Okay.
Cool.
So Danish bread is gross. And Josh also said that Andrew and Henning have to have a short conversation in German to earn this super chat. Henning, wie geht's dir?
Ja, mir geht's scheiße.
Okay, danke.
Bin immer noch krank und schwach und ich huste wieder.
Okay.
Aber was kannst du machen? Ne? Pimmel.
It'll get better.
Pimmel.
Don't worry.
Wunderbaum.
Well, if I don't need that translated, Henning just agreed to give me his PIN code.
Yeah.
And we got another one. Thank you for all your hard work at TGU. That's from Sander, and he's obviously talking to Colin because
I was just gonna say, what's Colin doing here?
I was invited, and I just clicked the button.
Not that we don't love him like a lot. You guys have no idea what's coming. The video I made with Colin is going to be legendary. What?
And you're not talking about the flute video? What?
No.
Uh-huh.
I'm wearing the wrong shirt.
Yes.
yeah, you are, man.
No change. Go.
So we've got a question from Quicksilver. He wants to meekishly ask if TGU was mostly for YouTubers rather than viewers. And I think what he's referring to is the fact that there's not that much content been released so far.
Give me a chance. It's coming, I promise. Working as hard as I can.
Not much content released so far.
There's loads.
Where are you looking?
Quicksilver, if you haven't found many videos yet, check the Thomann YouTube channel. They have a TGU playlist. Last I checked, I think it was around 100 videos already.
Oh.
So, yeah, they're adding stuff to that playlist as it gets posted. So that should keep you busy for a while. And while you're watching those, more stuff will get added. So.
Cool.
I can't keep up. I mean, I've only clicked into a few, like here or there.
Yeah, I'm not able to work faster than humanly possible.
I just worked through all the audio of my videos, and now I gotta edit them. Editing means Xander. Editing means just putting them online in their full length. So yes, the food video was long. You could also shut your trap about that and just watch it. How about that? I say with a lot of love.
Well, in the second half, what we're going to do is we're just going to watch Henning's channel on the live stream.
Do we have to?
Yeah, it'll keep us going for a few weeks. So.
Okay.
Henning, you put this all together. You were the most valuable player. What were your experiences of TGU? Can you sum it up for us, please? I'm going to click you so you're on the main screen. Hang on. Boom.
Damn it.
There you are.
You want me to cry? You want me to cry, right?
Definitely.
That's what you want.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Well, making friends. I mean, and I include Colin in some far reach of the word friend.
Oh. Come on.
I mean, how amazing is it that someone like me can sit in a little room with some gear and be a little child and like play with gear and talk about it and make very immature, lame jokes, and then people watch it and they get so much enjoyment out of it that they go and sit on a plane, pay their own money to work over 100 hours, like tirelessly, to go and make your vision come to life. There are no words for that.
Mm.
And I include Colin in some way. I don't know why. He just had a gay old time.
Yes.
While the rest of us, also had a gay old time, but worked our asses off. No guilt trip there, Colin, at all.
Hey, it's what it takes to be the celebrity. You know what I mean? There's a burden on that as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the you guys were absolutely amazing. And not just because you worked your asses off, but just because you showed up because I asked. And that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. And on the other hand, obviously, I wish I didn't have to put on the event, so I could just be a YouTuber and just hang out. And I was never on the bus with everyone, or I wasn't at the hotel when everyone just already at the time when everyone was just hanging. You guys were there. I mean, it's when you're doing it, you're not part of the gang, but I was part of a much more special kind of gang, and I don't know if I would want to trade doing this with you guys, excluding Colin, to spend more time with you guys, including Colin, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Welcome, Max, by the way.
Hey, Max.
Yeah, Max is here now. Is he animated?
Another one of those guys that just like surfed by making his videos, just saying.
Max, are you alive?
We cannot hear him. There's a button on top that unmutes it.
I think there's a microphone issue with you, Max. Just consult our video team here.
By the way, how's my audio? Can anyone comment on that?
It's all right.
Other than it being your voice coming through, it's fine.
Thanks, Dave.
There's no EQ to fix that one.
1 2 1 2. How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
We're TGU18, aren't we?
We are.
Yeah.
More than just the theme or whatever it was.
Well, I had this song in my head for another couple of days. I still have it now in my head. And whoever written it,
TGU18. I had that in my head too.
Yeah.
Well, that was 10 minutes well spent then. Thank you very much.
Also, the little jingle that's on the dailies.
Yeah.
Thomann Gearhead University. Brilliant.
Yep.
Absolutely brilliant.
All Andrew. So if you liked it, as Andrew. If you hated it, it was also Andrew.
I wrote jingles for years, and I've never written something that brilliant.
Wow.
My account number is. Oh, I have to plug something because I'm so excited about it. By the way, if you guys are having any issue with any audio, what my audio needs auto tune. No, because Sennheiser sent the mic. I thought they only sent one of the mics that got stolen, and this one was just lost. So they actually sent everything I lost. Sennheiser is freaking awesome, and they came to this event with two guys on 2 individual days, and they wrote me emails saying, "Dude, what you guys put up, did is amazing. Let's work with YouTubers." So Sennheiser now has a influencer marketing person. So if you guys need the number, any company that puts someone like this even in a position like that to work with us needs our support, because that's just cool. A company that realizes what we do has worth. But I want to point out Isotope, and we're all like, why is a plugin company at this event? That
was absolutely unexpected.
That doesn't make sense. They paid to be there, and like, what? Why? I didn't say anything when I saw them on the roster. I was just like, hey, at least it's getting financed. But Isotope with this brilliant little Spire thing was totally rocking it, and he was cool, and he knew he had a hard position there. Hard. But sorry. But I want to, if you guys have any issues ever with audio, distortion, clipping, anything, I had 3 videos that I shot when Ryan was following me with my camera, the one that got stolen that I bought back. Because it's so brand new, I didn't switch the audio levels to auto. I had them still on manual, and they were way too hot. And I was about to throw those videos away. One was with Jen and Nico and Alan running through the store for half an hour, a really cool video. They sent me their audio restoration suite. I put the D-clip on there. It's usable. The distortion gone. It literally does magic. And one of the talks in the talk circle had a little bit of noise on it because Meon was talking quietly, so I had to push the levels. And they have a thing that's literally called denoise voice. You put that on there, and on the preset, like conversation, and it's gone. It's really good stuff. So if you want his Jürgen's email, I have that. Good.
Yeah, Jürgen was the top bloke. He was just ruling his time there, doing anything. And that the Spire thing, the little recording device, is awesome. And the song that we all sang at the end, that anyone watching this has no idea what we're talking about, but we all sang this real cheesy sort of goodbye university song. It's called "Goodbye New Friends," and and yeah, he was recording. He was working his butt off, just making sure that it got finished. And I now have the tracks, so I will shoddily mix them and throw them together in some sort of flashback video with slow motion hugging and all that sort of stuff.
Like German reality TV.
Exactly.
Okay, it was nice knowing you.
Yeah, well, someone's just asked if we've got a troll join the feed. Who is Dragon Square?
That's Robin.
Wait. But what is he saying?
I say
no. Quicksilver's asking because he's noticed that some blue person's popped up.
So you can't see me.
No, we can't see you, Robin. It's Robin.
It's
okay.
Robin.
My webcam shows that it's recording, but I don't know why this not shown in the
I mean, that blue thing's sexy.
Have you tried turning the lights on?
Yeah. That's why I'm blue.
Turning it on and off.
Okay.
Question for Henning from Imre. Was the camera that was stolen during the Music Messe funded since the GoFundMe page started? You didn't see a follow-up on that.
There is a follow-up. There's actually, I think, 2 follow-ups. There's a follow-up in the live stream. And watch my video from 2 weeks ago, Friday. It has a big Sennheiser logo on it. It was funded almost. It's usually 2,900. GoFundMe campaign did about 1,900, which is amazing. And then, of course, GoFundMe took some money, and I put the rest in. But I ordered it directly through Ireland from Hong Kong. And then it was only 2,400. So I put in $500, but I got the camera back. And that video is about Sennheiser, because the Sennheiser wireless systems I had were over $2,000. And yeah, I have the camera back, but not that. So Sennheiser saw that stuff on Facebook, saw my post on Facebook because 200 people shared it, and they contacted me and said, "Dude, let's work together, and we'll make you a deal, and you get it back cheap." And so they replaced both systems, and now we have a working relationship, which is really awesome. So I never really looked at Sennheiser too much, but they now have my undivided attention. I think, how awesome is that? To contact me and say, "Hey, we saw that got stolen. That sucks." So all I did really just make a video saying that, showing the system, and just saying how I've been using it for the last 2 years.
Dragon Square just rejoined us with a dragony noise. To answer who Dragon Square is the legend that is Robin, who is one of the team. And for some reason, his webcam shows him as a little blue person.
Probably because he has a Windows laptop.
This Studio Shamil guy is asking,
I have a MacBook, but thank
my
you.
audio. Is that Shamil guy talking about the audio, the reverb in his room?
I think he's talking about RX. RX does have a D-reverb setting on it, a D-reverb plugin, and it is really good, but it's not that good.
No, he needs me to come over there and feed me and put me up for the night and do other things of sexual natures, and then I'll help him out to fix his room.
Cool.
I just recommend a lav mic, like the Rode Smart Lav Plus.
What if you're not funny? Then you can't use a lav mic. Oh God, that was bad.
This might be the time to test the mute button again.
I think it's really time for the eject button. I really want to press that one.
No, you have to give him a warning and then you eject.
Okay.
You guys know that I missed you all, and that includes Colin.
Ah.
Yeah, it kind of feels. I mean, I came back to my family and thought, "Who are you? I don't know how to talk to you." Yeah, it was really hard leaving you lot, and I'd met you, I don't know, 8 days previously, most of you. And it was such an instant connection for the team, and necessary because we were literally in each other's pockets. And speaking of being in each other's pockets, who is searching through their drawers right now?
It's me.
Robin. Yeah.
I'm trying to hook up my iPad to have a video for you.
It might be better not to see you, really. I mean, it might be better.
Yeah, thank you. That might be right.
Leaves more up to the imagination.
It does. Who, where, what, when? We didn't ask. Well, we'll wait for Robin, I guess. Who's that there? Just who's that? Oh, that's Max. That's rather snazzy.
I'm still here.
Max, how was? Sorry, Henny, you take it.
I was going to ask what for you the highlight was for everyone.
Wow.
Anybody want to take that?
It's difficult, I know.
It's difficult, yes.
I kind of said that once, or like at the beginning of this live stream, but I'll say it again, just meeting new friends and seeing old ones. And in this case, I have to mention Henning and Colin because I have met you before. No, but honestly, that was awesome. Like many people from that one event from last year it was like so cool to see many familiar faces and just hang out. And yeah, this time I wasn't like dying at the end of every evening. So actually, like you could have conversations with people and shoot videos that make sense. At least if you want them to make sense, I guess. But yeah, I think that was my highlight.
Dave, any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of what we talked about earlier. I made lots of really good friends in only 10 days. Like some of the friends I made at Thomann were literally hoping I missed my flight so that I would stay. Like that means a lot,
That's a good one.
Yeah.
But actually, we were friends like weeks before the event even has started. So
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, a lot of
we've
us
been
had bonded
chatting
on Facebook chat. Yeah.
Mm.
So it was very natural once we got together.
Colin, what about you as a YouTuber? Apart from meeting me, what was your highlight?
I mean, similarly to you guys, like meeting everybody was great. But I think in terms of content created and all that sort of stuff, you know, the stuff I did with Henning, geez, we had a lot of fun with that, just nonsense stuff.
Just beating the shit out of each other in the field.
Yeah, just coming up with the creative nonsense ways to injure each other. That was bloody good fun.
Literally, you were actually injured because you broke out in big itchy things because we were actually rolling around in the hay like lovers.
And whose channel is that going to be on, and when?
It's gonna be on mine, and it's going to have to be. That's not English. One of those videos that I can't do, which is like really edited with fast cuts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be really funny. But in order to be really good, editing is crucial. There's, I think, 50 clips and some drone footage. And then I actually want to write a full score to it. Because I know how to do that. I mean, I used to, score short films. So I really want to do this. And I actually also want to document doing that. So I think that would be really funny, but for that I have to be alive again. How do you, by the way, on YouTube, there's like a post thing now where you can leave a post. You know what I'm talking about?
Community feature. You should have it under the community section of your Creator Studio.
Okay.
I don't have that yet. I think you need to have 10,000 subs to do that.
Yeah, it's something like that. I don't have it either.
Okay, so save. But where do I do that? Where do I post? Because I want to post to my people that we're doing this chat, so we get some more people in here.
It's in your community thing.
How does every live stream turn into tech support for elderly people? What is this button? I press it and it doesn't do anything.
If I may answer the question about highlights, one of my highlights was scoring these sweet headphones.
The ones that Thomann is missing?
Yes.
Also, that's how it worked.
Well, they're going back, but I thought I'd make one use of them by talking to you guys with them, and then I could make a rather obvious joke. But yeah, I don't know how they ended up on my monster camera rig. Probably I put them there, but they made themselves way back to Austria. But
back to Thomann.
Every shoplifter's line ever. I don't know how they got in there.
Well, I couldn't fit the Morgan amp under my t-shirt. We've just got a very nice message in the chat from Sander. Let's get the Guitar Geek to 10K subs. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it now.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
Yeah, so I'll just be here all night waiting.
Yeah, I'll just make a couple of fake accounts and just keep subbing to you.
Sounds like a plan.
Always smart to video your crimes and post it on the internet. Well, I'm not the smartest guy in the room, that's for sure. And I am alone. Honestly, a highlight, I mean, it is a cliche, but it is meeting all of you guys, and it's that familial feeling that was like, someone mentioned it was like being in a war, which I can't compare or can't even imagine what that's like. It's like we've been, I think it was Ryan from 60 Cycle Home. I think we've been in a war together, which I'm sure is not nearly as difficult as what we went through, but it's the nearest thing. But honestly, it was having the freedom to almost do whatever you wanted in a shop like Thomann. That's a boy's dream, I think.
Yeah, that's good.
They let us do a hell of a lot more than I thought they were going to let us do.
Yeah,
wild.
Way more than I thought they would let us do. I would think they'd throw fit. I can't figure this out. Screw it. I would think they'd throw fit. when we would order like something more expensive, and someone had the audacity to just order like 10 Fender guitars or something. I don't know who that was. I don't know. Yeah. Someone just
there was this one guy.
Also,
someone Max tested the limits, and then Trey was like, I thought it might be a cool video to order the John Mayer amp. It's like a fucking 7,300 euro amp. But then Trey was like, well, let's get the most expensive gear Thomann has and put it all together. So he had like a 45,000 euro setup. And they didn't care. I mean, somewhere they cared, but they were like, we promised that you could test anything that we have. And that's what we said. That's what we're doing. Pretty damn awesome.
Colin, how are your expectations to the reality? What were you expecting, and what did you actually get?
Yeah, that's a good question. Because my expectations were set at what we saw at the previous event, and this far surpassed anything I was expecting. I sort of knew how a lot of things would go down in terms of video rooms and how that was going to run, but I was absolutely not expecting Thomann to be so accepting and helpful, and just walking up and just picking up and getting like, yeah, go ahead, take it, and all of that made it very freeing, and it was definitely beyond the expectations I had.
Lisa running around with like grapes and melons and then donuts in the other hand. I mean, it's just every detail that they did, from shirts to pics to Nutella glasses with the logo on it. I mean, every single thing. They went far beyond what they needed to do.
They seemed just excited to have us there, and I thought that was the really important bit. They were just loving the fact that we were there doing all that, and they were just wanting to help us out in all those ways, and that was I could never have expected that.
Yeah, and I think it was awesome that like the Thomann guys working at the store kind of blended into our setup team, and we just became one big team without like, hey, we are the people that work here and these are the guys who volunteered. No, it was just everyone together, and that was super fun.
Yeah, it could have been so easy just to be pissed off at us for getting in their way when they were working.
I kind of think they had no choice, really. So if we can't beat them, then
they didn't. We were there, and we were there to stay.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Andy, I was supposed to bug you today, but I didn't, because I contacted Richard, and he says hello from Dave to you. He says you'll understand.
The guy Richard from Hughes and Kettner, or Hughes and Kettner, as people were saying in Germany. I thought his name was Dave, so I ended up calling him Dave for the rest of the time.
He doesn't mind. He's English. He's just too polite to point out that you're wrong.
Well, he pointed out on the third day. And,
that's funny.
And on the third day.
By which point I'd already decided my fate, so he continued to be Dave, which really confused the other people in the room when we called each other Dave. Further complicated when Dave actually turned up. So that was a bit of fun with Rich from Hughes and Kettner, who was also pretty awesome. I've got a question for everybody. Best piece of gear that you had your hands on?
It's in Austria right now.
Oh.
The headphones?
No, something lower.
Robin's still here.
I'm still here. Still trying to find a possibility to hook up a camera. So,
can you not just call us with your iPad?
Yeah, I'll try, but it was empty, so I have to charge it.
There's the guy who works at a store where he sells all that stuff. But I'm the old fart you have to explain things to, right? Right? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Deep.
In Robin's defense, he was probably the most clued up person on the team in regards to technical stuff, and now he can't get his iPad working, which is amazing fun.
It works, but I have to log in and stuff for Google because on there my Google account wasn't registered. Yeah.
If you just announce your password on the live chat, we'll make sure that you get in.
Yeah. I will. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Fabian, moment. Fabian says.
So my question fell flat on its ass.
I might have an answer. So, just from the point of like, what was the kind of? I usually judge a lot of gear by my initial reaction, and the Fender Jazzmaster, whatever it was in the nice room, the custom shop guitar room, that was a thing. Like
that was nice. Yes,
I've been looking at the kind of list of guitars at Thomann that are branded Jazzmaster since that time, and we'll see what happens. Maybe something. I really don't think I can afford that one, that was there. There's some few other options.
Was that a custom shop, Jazzmaster?
I think so. Though the one they have on the list, like in their web shop, is just like an American something special edition, whatever thing.
It had a roasted neck, right?
I don't remember actually. I have a video. I can check it from my video I shot with it. But yeah, like putting that against all this other like 5K guitars, that was a thing that I wanted to take with me.
I really like the leg placid blue Friedman Cali that was in the nice room there.
The one that you referred to as mine.
Mine, yeah. It's mine.
Wasn't that Daphne blue? But
no, there were two. One Daphne and one leg placid.
Okay.
What's the difference?
The shade.
Some letters.
Texas Dave. That helped.
Lake Placid is usually slightly metallic. I don't know if that one was.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to look at it. It was covered in Robin's saliva.
I thought all the Friedmans played really well. The teal Macmull Strat was really nice. There was a...
It has your name on it.
Yeah, it has my name on it in theory. We'll see. There was a Shoreline Gold Telly, 59 Telly custom shop. That was really nice. And Robin's Strat that I tried to put in my luggage, but he caught me.
We actually lost him.
I found one thing which really surprised me. I mean, I've tested so much stuff there, but because I wanted to test so much more, there was never enough time to actually, test something really, like, in details, in depth. But there was one thing I've tested by accident, more or less, in the video. This one, and it was pretty cool.
I love that thing.
Gun Electro spring reverb with real spring inside. It just sounded so
cool.
authentic that I thought, okay, I want this thing.
That's cool.
You can kick it as well, can't you?
So to speak.
It's got a reverb crash thing that you can kick.
Yes, you can just kick it, and it's blah, 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 and it does this.
That's genius.
Colin, what about you, mate? What was your sort of want to take home thing?
Me? All of it, mostly. No, seriously though, the one thing that surprised me the most, I think, was the Strandberg stuff, because I've never tried it.
Yeah.
Like if you like said to me, showing me the guitar and going that, I'd have gone no, but then actually sitting down with that, I was like, shit, this is great. So that was a big surprise. So I'd be interested in looking at them further. In terms of expensive things, that I was like, ooh, there was a couple of Fender custom shops that I tried out with. We did a video with Philippa, just on relic custom shops, and they were both loved. There was a Strat and a Telly, loved those. And then that fucking massive bass flute. That was I would have that bass flute. That was awesome. Actually, all the flutes, I loved those.
We've got Max is asking you, Colin, about the Tremonti amp.
Oh, actually, yeah, that was sick. There was crazy loud, all the gain, and it was just a very precise metal, everything dialed in maximum. It was really, really good. I might pick one of those up.
Those are affordable too.
Apparently, Leslie's watching, and all she wants to know is, where's Michiel? Her little boyfriend.
He said he had to go to work tomorrow, so he couldn't join us.
Wait, he had to go to work tomorrow, so he couldn't join us. It's 8 o'clock.
He said he was already in bed. I don't know.
That's all the more reason to join us.
Don't mind. I mean, that's what we did all week.
Yeah, right?
Pretty much. We got closer than a group of men should ever get.
Hey, let's not judge. Everyone can get as close as they want to get.
I'm just trying to keep it on the download, Dave. Trying to pretend I didn't
on the
enjoy every
download
second.
mean.
The down.
Someone. Okay. My favorite piece of gear was probably the thing that stuck out most was the Stone Deaf Tremolotron.
That thing was crazy.
That will find its way somehow into this room. Maybe like these headphones, but
you know you have to get those back, right?
I pay for them.
Meon is sorting out a return slip. He just hasn't done that yet. So until then, I'm enjoying them. The Tremolotron was like
Tremotron.
The what?
Tremotron.
Tremotron.
Can't have left such a big impression if you don't even know what it's called.
Well, you don't spend time looking at it. You spend your time mashing the knobs.
Go easy on him, Henning. English is his first language.
Yeah, exactly.
Says you, America.
America. We love you.
No, I love the way it was a real tremolo pedal, but then it went nuts as well. And I don't think I'd use it that often, but I would just satisfy myself alone.
So suddenly there's a video.
Yay!
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
For
Robin.
no reason.
Robin, now you're officially here.
Yeah. Just get something.
Do you want to introduce who you are? Just so people in the chat know.
Yeah, basically no one will know me from nowhere because I'm just a helper, friend of Henning that like to help and do some technical stuff there. Yeah, just a normal guy playing guitar and geeking out.
Boring. You're not normal. You hang out with us. No one's normal when they hang out with us.
Okay, a little bit freaky, but and crazy.
Everyone.
I think I found a new favorite part of the TGU experience. It was when Robin had come off stage playing guitar, which I let him tell that story, but he ran through the crowd saying, "Kill me now, my life is great."
Yeah, that was awesome.
What had just happened? Because I missed whatever it was that you did.
No, I was on stage and played. Mick Taylor came to me afterwards and told me he liked my playing, and that was like, okay, he knows what he's saying. but he also was really drunk, so I don't know. Maybe.
That was nicer than what I got from Phil X, who said, "Hey, you don't suck."
Yeah. Which is not a bad thing, by the way.
The most, I mean, there was so many memorable moments. I think the most memorable moment for everyone was when they first saw Jay Leonard on stage.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Oh yeah. Yes.
Who? No one would have thought.
Oh god, this guy
That was
is so crazy.
insane. The saddest thing about TGU18 is that I didn't get to make videos with many people. I got to make videos, but someone I really should have made a video with was him, because I found out relatively late that he's a Berkeley grad. He did a dual major like I did, and we actually shared the contemporary writing and production major. He's an arranger like I am. Very few people in the world can say they've studied contemporary writing and production at Berkeley. We could have sat there for hours talking about voicings and shit, and I had no idea. And one of the reasons why he's so good on stage, his other major was performance.
Oh yeah, okay.
So that wasn't all natural. That was thrown a lot of money at the problem, and they fucking fixed it. Because if anything in the world can sell Berkeley as a college, it's Jay Leonard having studied performance, and then you watch him, you're like, okay, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It was, wow. I would say 5 million people have that kind of stage presence. Not probably 1 in 10. Probably less, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was quite sad when I saw him in his quieter moments hanging out when he was just sort of recharging, because he was kind of the sort of person that I thought would not need to recharge, and I hadn't seen him recharge. And it was a little bit sad, but also like, oh, thank God he's human, you know?
But
So-
what a missed opportunity. I mean, we could have just sat in the talk circle and talked about, you know, our experiences writing and arranging and, you know, vocal harmonies or whatever. And I didn't know. I mean, I never meet anyone who studied the same major I did at that university. So we absolutely need to do that again. And there has to be a TGU18 only for that. It's going to be 2 people. It's going to be him and me, and that's it.
So I think you need to change the name though, because there's no gear. It's just you two. Like
Thomann's a ranger head.
Thomann Berkeley Alumni University.
How awesome was Melissa? Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Us and Reed both. I'm friends. You know, we made friends, and I text with Reed like every day. I was texting with him earlier. Reed was the drummer who was up there.
Yeah.
with Melissa.
And
yeah, that
Melissa,
was awesome.
Melissa got a tattoo.
Yeah.
At that second day, I guess. The third
And
day.
I told her not to. I said, your daddy says don't do it. So, without naming names, anyone you walked away from this whole experience and thinking, wish I had never met them?
Well, there was this really tall guy named the Guitar Greek. I got neck cramp talking to him every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I left him in Germany.
Yeah.
But I got these headphones. I mean, there's the joke answer, and it's you, Henning, of course.
Obviously.
No, is my honest answer. There was a guy who cut me up when I was
If you
driving.
say it's me, because believe it or not, I'm not a social person. I'm pretty much a dick, and I'm not a team player, which for this type of event is really a problem.
I mean, for me, there wasn't any person that I didn't like. But like the 4th or the 5th day, maybe, I think more the 4th day was just me being really, really, really grumpy because I had no energy left. And Matt and I really, he told me afterwards, so I know that we both fell into our beds that evening and had the first night more than 5 hours of sleep. And afterwards it was okay again, but
I think something that's very important next time around, if we feel that we're grumpy, because I mean we were all working our asses off. If there's a stressful situation or there's a being tired situation, I think it's important to just let people know, look, I'm grumpy today, it's not you. So if I'm pissy at you, just letting you know it's one of those days. And then everyone would immediately understand.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Everyone need like a little grumpy badge that we just.
That's actually not a stupid. That's psychologically speaking, that's probably a very good idea.
Alex will wear it all the time.
Well, I didn't study psychology, but I like to think of myself as a doctor. So,
Yeah, Yeah, but as a gynecologist, right?
Well, looking at you, yeah.
Oh, you're so mean.
Wait, Jan asked, are there any videos of the performances? I've only found some short, bad quality ones. Too bad Thomann didn't put them up on YouTube. I have a best of where I just used the audio from the shotgun mic, and people were immediately, audio slipping. Shut the fuck up. I uploaded that on the day. I had 5 minutes to edit. At least wanted on Saturday morning to show what happened the Friday night. I have the long performances, and I'm waiting for the audio from Max from Thomann, who has multi-track sessions of the whole night, who will give those to me, and then I upload individual songs.
You really had a nice mixer that night.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, carry on.
Michael says, take a shirt from Mr. Gugu to show your grumpiness. We should have the Mr. Gugu grumpy shirt.
They should make a Grumpy Cat shirt.
All I can tell you guys is there is going to be a video featuring a Mr. Gugu shirt hardcore on someone who shouldn't wear it. And it's, you guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's ridiculous that she did that.
Why is it she?
Because I don't want to say who she is. That's not like, is she a she? That's like, she as in, I'm not revealing who's wearing a very, very stupid Mr. Gugu shirt, which, by the way, we're going to give away for some pervert. Colin's like, I want it.
You can take our silence as an indicator that we all want it.
I offered €100 for it at the event, and Henning didn't take it.
In the chat, we got Steve from Boston. Steve is with us.
Hey,
Steve.
I wonder if he wants to join us. Steve, if you're still listening to our nonsense and you're on Facebook, I'll throw you a message. And
it's Alex. Alex is here.
Alex is a legend.
Colin, you fucking Irish leprechaun. No, Alex, it's Scottish leprechaun. That's even more ignorant of his culture. I really next year want to show up in a kilt. But like a pink one. Do they make him in pink?
Yeah.
Wait. I thought he was Welsh.
I'm going to say maybe Steve joins us, but Steve was actually my biggest surprise of the event, which is something I wanted to talk about. I didn't.
Awesome.
Because, and I mean no disrespect, Steve, in your videos, you have a very manly, deep voice, and I'm a little bit scared of you on your videos. And you were just so nice to me, and an absolute top geezer, and
a top geezer.
Top geezer. It's a Boston thing. No, you just really surprised me. Like I thought I'm going to have to sort of, I don't know. I didn't expect you to be the way you are, and that was really nice to find out the person behind the video.
I can tell you that he's an amazing guy,
and he's also an amazing singer.
Hells yes.
And great in bed.
Right, he's okay.
Yeah.
A little stingy on the cuddling afterward. He's very much up and gone after the end.
Well, that's the reason why we didn't actually give him his own room, so he had to go through your rooms every night.
Oh, okay.
So we've fallen back into this then.
Yeah.
Hey,
did we ever leave it?
And if anyone actually thinks like we are acting and trying to be fun, no, we are holding back on a major level right now. From breakfast till we went to bed, it was filthy boys club.
At least in the preparation days. As soon as the event started, it was way less.
Steve's like, Henning, shh.
The funny thing is, well, I've been there all the time, right from the beginning to the very end, but I still have a feeling that I missed like 90% of it, because now I'm watching the videos there was shoot. They were like, oh, that's what happened. That's what happened. That's what happened. I was somewhere else shooting some other video, and I've missed everything.
It's just impossible to keep track of everything that happened.
Absolutely, you just cannot keep really tracking of what's going on there.
Yeah, exactly.
We have 42 people watching right now. That's a good number.
So it's a new record. Maybe those 42 people should go over and click the dislike button, because we've got 2 dislikes so far, and I want a few more up there.
All right, I'll go give you one.
Here you go.
Talking about 42, by the way, that was another highlight. I wasn't sure about Nita Strauss, because she's very pretty and she's a big artist, and everyone made a big hoopla. Nita Strauss is coming, so you immediately kind of think, well, is she gonna have her bodyguard guy, well, her boyfriend, who might well be a bodyguard, but you never know. Are they like stuck-up artists? Are they divas? And she was just the coolest ever. And in the middle of our video, I'm leaving the room that we're in, because I run in and out of rooms in the middle of my videos. And it was something about, why is my channel called 42 something? And then she has no idea, but she says, well, it obviously is Life the Units and everything. It's obviously Douglas Adams. I'm like, oh.
No.
No,
cool.
she's like, that's obviously Douglas Adams. That was awesome.
Oh, that's next level shit, that is.
Yeah. That's that made her slightly more attractive, and she needs it.
Well, I kind of had the first impression about her, just as you said, that she would probably be unapproachable for some kind of videos. But, as soon as we made the first video, it was like, wow, she's really easy to talk to. And then we had this blindfolded video, which is not coming out because apparently something went wrong with the footage. But she was so cool and easygoing. That was awesome.
Yeah. The thing she did... Oh, my cough drop fell out. The thing she did in my video, I never expected her to do. I mean, I could only hope that she would do that, but that she actually would go for it. She did go for the pink. That's all I'm saying.
We're going to see it in a video later.
Yes.
Good.
I'll copy the whole thing.
Hi, Leslie.
Hey, Leslie.
Hey, Leslie.
Hi, Leslie.
Wait, Michiel is a waffle accident? What? What? A waffle accident? Oh, okay. I was like... You guys figure this out. I had a comment on my channel. And someone was like, well, I don't know about TGU. Seems all kind of, there's not a lot of content, and it all seems to be like a big advertisement for Thomann. Please comment.
I'll go straight over that. I'll take that one. Thomann gave us everything and pretty much asked for nothing. It was, as Colin was saying, we're working hard on getting the videos out. It's impossible to be filming a video and be releasing it at the same time. It's impossible to be working 18-hour days and editing videos, even though some of us attempted it.
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah. I didn't get the feeling there was any pressure whatsoever from Thomann to say, do, or represent anything. I just wanted to help them because everyone was so welcoming and just familial again. It was... I would have done not anything they'd asked me to, but everything was fun and lighthearted, and there was no mention of money or business or we need to hit any sort of figures. It was just a playground for idiots like us.
Oh yeah, and they were so helping, no questions asked. Like when I ordered, I don't know, 10, 12, 15 Fender guitars, like, yeah, sure, just let me know what you need.
But like, I got the feeling from everyone working there, like they are also like gear nerds. So they,
right.
every single one, like they have their professional side. Otherwise, the whole business wouldn't be running. But yeah, they were gear nerds, like music nerds, and it shows in how they handled things there, and that was pretty amazing.
It felt like they were really curious about what we're gonna do with this stuff.
Exactly.
Well, talking about how much gear nerds there are, I'm planning this thing. the marketing team with Dominic, Tobias, Simeon, Lisa. And so there's a whole chat on Facebook with all of us in it. And there's a separate chat with only Meon and Dominic and me, or I, one of those. And while we're talking about the event there, Dominic is talking to me in a different private chat, and he's asking me about delay pedals and what delay pedal does he need, and should he go for the dig, and then how does the deco work, and then I'm uploading a private little deco video for him. And so we're chatting here about the event, but the nerdiness about his board and his setup and what he needs just goes right in parallel. It's I mean, as an answer to it seemed like a Thomann ad. Duh.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, right. Thomann puts up $200,000-300,000 to make a party and not even mention it's there. Obviously, there is the goal that more people see Thomann as a viable option to buy things at. It's obviously a business, but I don't think you can do advertising in any more open and non-pressure, and we all just enjoy gear way. We always get blamed for, well, how do I say this? Working with the company and you're just pushing their product. Well, what if I actually really like the people from the company? What if I like what's bad about companies?
It's one of these just general things the internet has, where the people just want to be skeptical of everything, want to hate you for liking something. You know, positivity comes across as dishonesty on the internet, and that's wrong. You're allowed to like things. Companies are supposed, can be good. They're not just faceless corporations, and that's what I think viewers forget, is that we're dealing with companies and we're seeing the faces behind them. We're seeing the people, and they're just people like us. They're gearheads. They love this stuff. And we're just showing stuff that we like. It's not faceless promotion that we're getting paid backhanded to do. It's here's some good gear, go and enjoy it. Stop being so bloody skeptical.
That's what this event is about. It is about us getting to know the people. Let's take Ibanez. They had a huge role in this. One of the headliners. They brought great guitars. Nico, Jen, Nita, Daniel from Ibanez, great people. What's so bad about liking Daniel? If he also has good guitars, that makes it a lot easier. If he brings shitty guitars, I'm going to say that, even though I love the guy. Okay? So if he has good gear, and he's a cool guy, and I like to say that, then what's so bad about that? Also, in order to make all this run, taking some money from him, if he's willing to give it, doesn't mean that I'm being bought. It just means he supports what I do. He invited me to the Minor Percussion Festival at the end of June. So do I want to go? It's a percussion festival. What do I want there? But I go because he asked, and he's a cool guy. And with the whole festival going on, you know what he said? He's like, oh, you're not staying at a hotel. You're staying at my place, and like the next day you'll stay a little bit longer and we have barbecue. That's the relationship that we build there with companies. So the brand isn't always evil. And that the brands that get it, they'll form actual friendships with us. Obviously, friendships that will benefit them, but they're not fake to get to us. I mean, we're people, will see through that. So yeah, it's all a big thing. It's a big advertisement, but I think a very honest one.
Yeah, I wouldn't have come to TGU and work for free a second time if I knew that all the kind of relationships with all the companies would have been just me working to get their products sold for free, no matter what kind of stuff, whether it's high quality or not. So yeah, like those were actually also people, and we hung out and talked about, like, with Orange guys, we spent a lot of time talking about like, just families and stuff like that. And
Charlie's just the best.
Yeah, like nothing gear related. People that work for companies that I actually like, or I like their products, and that's about it.
How many Orange products have we actually destroyed during the event?
Did someone count?
Not enough.
All of them.
Not enough. There's still some more left.
Well, there is. I've got a micro dark terror thing that Charlie said, "Oh, no one's destroyed this." I said, "I'll do it."
Well, and Glenn threw me under the bus with Charlie actually, because Glenn was asking about small amps that didn't sound great. And I said, well, my orange CR20 doesn't sound that great because it's 8-inch speaker. And then Charlie was in the room, and Glenn was like, "Hey, he said his orange didn't sound good." And I was like, "Hey, it's the 8-inch speaker. It's the 8-inch speaker," and he took it well. So they were cool to criticisms even during the event. So
Terry's saying I get attacked for being paid, compensated. Look, we all do. That's and a channel that doesn't is working their ass off to get to the point where they can get compensated. It's a job. I don't want to call it a business. It's easy to have a product that you like and then say, wait a second, I've got loads of cameras and my time and 5 years of building the channel. That's worth something. And if I have a product that I like, why can't I also get money for that? To say that I like it. Even more, if I have a product that I like, but I have a couple of little problems with it, I can get paid to say that I like it and point out the problems. Is that bad? Why is that bad? Charlie, let's take Charlie. I'm not going to say who, but let's take Charlie. They recently had a product where I was like, yeah, I think the concept's cool, but I have too many little critiques. And there was money on the table. Review this, we'll pay you. And I said, no, I don't want to do this. Because I couldn't say too much good stuff about it. And then I didn't do a video. So, yeah, obviously I want to get paid. But the product also needs to be right. If the product's not good enough, I'm not making a video for it. And I'm not taking their money. I would never, ever say, yeah, that's great, and actually secretly think, oh, it's shit. Because then the channel doesn't work. I don't understand why people don't understand this.
People want to find you out to be wrong. They want you to be a cheat, and they've secretly found out about it. It's part of just this desire of human beings to find out the truth. Where they'll invent all sorts of stories to that end. But there's no lies. I don't think anyone would go to the time and effort to make that kind of content.
You can do that if it's just a demo. If you're demoing it and you're not actually giving your opinion, you're showing what it does and you shut up about it. That's cool. Then you might actually show a crappy product and hopefully it reveals itself in its sound. But as soon as you start talking about it, you got to be honest. Otherwise, it doesn't work.
Colin, what's your view on that as as someone who's been in the game longer than, let's say, the rest of us, apart from Henning, maybe? Are you subject to criticism in that sort of way?
I'll tell you the funny thing is that more people criticize me for taking payment, being a shill, when I wasn't charging. That's the bit always really annoying.
Well done.
I was doing videos for completely free. Companies were sending me stuff, and I hadn't got the savvy to go, here, pay me yet. And doing them for completely nothing off my own time, and everyone's going, "Oh, you're just being paid to say that. You're such a liar." And as soon as I started charging and getting paid, those sort of comments stopped. It all comes down to, for me, the size of the company. If I'm doing a video for Orange or TC Electronic or some company sizable with a name, those comments don't appear. But as soon as I'm doing a review for a small company, like I was doing BHL guitar picks or something like that, a small company people haven't heard of, that's when they start going, oh no, wait a minute, I've never heard of this, so it must be rubbish and you're getting paid to lie.
How stupid.
Yeah.
Interestingly, it's the huge companies that have a problem with critique. Like the really big companies, they don't hire us if we say anything negative. And what I say to them is, why do you make products that need to be critiqued? Why don't you just make a great product and then you don't have that issue? Instead of blaming me for finding fault, how about you look inside and just make something that's not faulty? So I'm going to have a couple of Skypes next week with some major brands that internally discussed whether I'm worth the risk or not. There's a company out there that calls me an unguided missile.
Wow. That's a
major brand. Well, you know what? Just don't send me shit. It's that easy. If you have products that have issues or stupid interfaces or whatever, then don't send those to me. Maybe have a meeting internally. Say, is this Henning proof? Whatever. I mean,
and instantly you know which company it is.
No, you don't. But it really hurts me when people comment that it's all paid for and I'm a shill and that's, it's dishonest, because I spend so much time talking to companies, making sure they understand that I review and not demo, that where I refuse payment because I don't want to make a video. I could be freaking rich if I just reviewed everything and said everything's great. Companies would just line up at my door. But establishing a relationship with a company where they let me do my job so that it's good for the viewers is very difficult. And it really hurts me when people write that, because I put a lot of work and integrity into this. And, well, they don't see it.
But I think the thing is also like, if there's one negative comment out of like 150, we kind of tend to focus on those, which is stupid.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know what's the thing in like human mind. If like one guy out of the 100 doesn't like you, you focus on that guy and not the 99 that actually like what you do.
A lot of the guys that like you never comment.
Yeah, that's true.
I think Dennis said something to me during the days where he and Lucas were working 12 hours a day. He said, "Why do creatives always hate ourselves?" And I think that plays into it. Like, if you're a narcissist, you would ignore the people who pick on you. But if you are someone who's interested in improving yourself and aware of your own flaws, then those criticisms tend to, find the target more often.
Yeah, and I guess we're also like autistic people, so we are always kind of, I guess, trying to be aware of what other people think of us. So I guess that affects as well.
I mean, there are some companies who I'm amazed about that they still work with me. Like, I didn't give every Keeley pedal I reviewed the best review. I said some of them, great, hey, this is a good tool, but it's got these and these problems. Robert Keeley loves the videos. He's got a new pedal, I review it. He doesn't get like a blank check, like, oh, this is going to be a great review. Same with this. Yeah, I got to put this in the camera. Walrus Audio, brand new pedal. I think technically you can't officially see it yet. Damn it. Wait, what did it say? What did? Oh, damn it. I mean, tomorrow you can see this. I mean, you have no idea that. Damn it. The last pedal I did, the Luminary version 2, I was like, don't really know if that has to exist because the changes are minor. And I have not given every Walrus pedal the best review. Their metal distortion sounds like a fuzz. I'm like, But they don't care. I mean, that would probably be like if it was all positive, but they have me on their roster of people that do videos because they know it's honest. And if I actually say it's great, it is great. This thing that you don't officially know that it exists yet is freaking brilliant. I played with it while I was editing for 2 days now. It's just a booster. It just boosts 800 or 1K. And you put this on and you're immediately in lead sound heaven. Probably the best before an amp lead sound booster I've ever played.
Yeah, we tried it at TGU in the pedal room. We also tried it in the pedal room at TGU.
What, that?
Yeah.
No, that's not out yet. No.
I know, but
Ryan brought it with him. Ryan for 60 Cycle Sound. 60 Cycle Sound? 60 Cycle Ham brought it with him, and we did a video that should have been released last Monday, as in, I think the release date's been put back.
Yes, till tomorrow.
Yes.
Ah, so he was going to do the video there.
He did do the video there, even though he knew he wasn't supposed to, and I sat next to him and I had a go as well, and it was pretty nice.
Isn't it awesome? It's not a booster that just pushes the whole. You put that on. I have the head in front of the Dynamis, and it's like, so amazing. I don't like boosters usually, but that thing stays here forever. Yeah, but that's a company that gets it. I'm not all positive about their products, but I'll still work for them. So what would you like to review, people?
A new guitar, my new Macmo.
I would be okay with Rev sending me a Dynamis to review. I wouldn't resist whatever term you use in English.
I'll review any old shit.
I'll do any old shit.
Sell out.
Whoever pays me, I'll say it's great.
Well, now we know what clip the Henning haters are going to use from now on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, leave it to Andy after this big ass speech to completely wreck my point.
Well, I just thought it was getting a little too serious. But oh,
what?
Who's that? Who's that beeping around?
That's me. That's my porn is ready.
Oh, cool. Well done. Well, cue it up. That's what this channel's all about.
Victor, say something. Review. What would you love to really test?
What?
What would you like to review if you could review something? Anything in the world. Not Sasha Gray.
No. That's the other guy. The guy from Belgium. Any gear I want to review? No, but there's a lot of gear I want to own.
Victor got the point.
I want to do more orange stuff just because going back to Charlie and his father, Cliff, they were such awesome people. I now want to pay more attention to what they've done because I just sort of thought they existed, you know, the products. And I don't argue that they're good or bad, but I never really went into detail with them. But after meeting the men behind them, I really want to find out what it is that they do.
Did you get to talk to Aid as well?
I did. I got to listen to Aid. It was really like being in, I don't want to cliche it, but Spinal Tap. It was like, I have no idea what you're talking about, right? And I'm British.
Doing an interview with him was one of my highlights. You can watch it on my channel.
But what is that channel of lad? Give yourself a little plug, mate.
I'm the Catpick Studios. I'll comment in the comment section and say hi to Chris.
Chris, hey, Chris is here. I don't talk like that.
Simon from Spain, by the way, said he would have loved to join in and hang out with us, but he's got bronchitis.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Are there any videos on the synergy stuff coming? Yeah, there are.
That thing was cool. I got to play like 5 different modules, and all of them sounded awesome.
Yeah. I've just put together a quick video on the stuff, and it'll go live probably tomorrow. So.
And what synergy?
Yeah.
Yep.
I was wondering how much synergy videos got made because I didn't really see anything happening. So, do you guys have any data on that?
I have one at least, and well, apparently I may be making more. That would be my plan, at least.
Henning, you should make some synergy videos on your channel. That's what's missing from. You don't have any of those.
Yeah, I'd love that. Looks like fun. Not like a lot of work. Try me after like 6 freaking weeks of handling modules. I was glad to send them off again. I was like, get out of my room. There were modules everywhere. Yeah, but there's going to be another run when the new modules are out, so you can look forward to that.
One of the other highlights for me was I already had my Morgan amp before the event, and so being able to actually talk to Joe Morgan about it in person and ask him some questions and what he was thinking when he was designing it and all that was really cool. And Joe was a really nice guy.
He's so cool.
About that, about Joe as well. Before the event, I was trying to figure out how am I going to squeeze my way of making videos from 6 days into 60 minutes. And then day one was a disaster for me because I had no idea what to do. And then on day two, I started having conversations with people. And then in the middle of conversation, I was realizing, okay, we should have this on the video. And this is how I continued for the rest of the event. And I was talking to Joe in front of the canteen about different things, about living in America, making amps, sounds, all different kind of things. And then in the middle of it, I realized, well, we should be filming this. So let's meet first day in the morning tomorrow and do this on the video. And that's what we've done. That's what we've done.
Everyone, really quickly, I have it on good authority that Mayon is watching. So say hi to Mayon.
Hi, Mayon. Thanks for everything you did.
Hi, man. I'm hearing everything really clearly.
Oh, wow.
Andy, you nearly killed Henning again.
Oh.
I did. I almost killed Henning, and we only got the aftermath on video.
Oh, we can't actually. Andy said made a joke during one lunch, and I literally like swallowed a big piece of meat like in the wrong pipe. Wait, no, I mean, and, I almost literally died. Sadly, the joke was so incredibly dirty that we can't repeat it.
I'm going to message me on and see if he wants to join us.
Ooh.
Because that would be nice, wouldn't it?
To give the viewers an idea of how much Mayon did for us, not only organizing the thing with Henning, but while we were doing the setup days, he was delivering bottles of drinks to us in the rooms so that we didn't dehydrate and fall over and crumble into a pile of sand.
In case you don't know who's saying hi, friends, hi, Guitar Geek, that's him. Also, the thing about Joe Morgan, to go back to where Max was, this is why this type of event is so much different in terms of how you meet people and get to know people than NAMM. I met Joe at NAMM twice. And they have a soundproof booth. I mean, Boutique Amp Distribution has the most amazing trade show booth ever. They actually have 2 huge soundproof booths, one for Friedman, one for Morgan and Synergy. And Joe was in there, and I met him twice, but it was NAMM. He meets 1 billion people. He doesn't know who's dealer because he doesn't deal with them, literally. He doesn't know who's customer. He doesn't know who's YouTuber. So he was very reserved at NAMM because he can't approach everyone with super energy because then you're dead. So he probably held back to, for the people that needed the attention. I don't know. But he was totally different at TGU. He was just funny, nice, stupid-ass jokes. He asked me, he said that he wants some advice from me for gear because he wants to do YouTube videos himself, which I think is a great idea. Cool. So, completely different person at this event compared to the 2 times I met him at NAMM, which really shows you why those relationships that we build there, we can't build at trade shows. Charlie at NAMM is always, Charlie Cooper from Orange, is always running around in suits, and he hates it. But the Orange team is always like, suits, business. And he was not that. He was not a suit guy.
Yeah, exactly. There is no way we could have these quality conversations at any trade shows ever.
Yeah. That's
for me. There's a photo that would sum up the TGU experience. It's of Henning on the little go-kart with the orange pedal or amp behind on a string. And if you haven't seen it, then maybe we can sort of post it somewhere. But it's Henning driving on this little go-kart with an orange product behind him, trying to break it. And that, for me, sums up what TGU was.
Wait, maybe we can do this somehow. Let me see.
Steve is here.
Hey, Steve!
Hey, Steve!
Okay, now this is a party.
Wow. This is a party.
Oh yeah.
Let's get everyone from let's do this every week. TGU, come on, everyone.
That would be awesome.
This feels
That would be
right.
awesome.
Steve, by the way, I saw your message about the coins. You know, let's just wait until the next year.
We could. But yeah, I actually thought about that. I said, I wonder if I could just get them to where you are without the package getting open.
Oh yeah.
Like tricky.
Look at this. Look at companies loving us. Look at this, Steve.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look. Yeah.
Ah.
Wait. Oh, wait.
You have the pro version, right?
Of course.
Wait. I have two.
Ah.
I have the pro and the normal one.
You are always one step ahead.
Well, I'm just a nifty negotiator.
Whoa.
He says to the lawyer.
I like your alliteration there.
Is this the point where I pretend I know what's in the box?
It's just a power supply, but it's actually a pretty cool one.
I don't know what's inside.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
It's a power supply that can run off a USB charger. So
If it's a power supply, I should know about this because I was running the.
It's a cool power supply test. Andy, can you switch to my camera?
Yeah, I'll switch to you. There we go.
Is that actually visible?
Yeah.
If you stop, there it is. Mess. Keep there. Stay there. That's the photo I was talking about, and that's what sums up TGU18 for me.
Dragging the getaway driver at high speed behind my whatever you call that thing, and going around corners and it flying everywhere. I was so afraid that it was going to hit some kids or cars. And then I was going uphill as fast as that thing could, and it goes fast. And I just hear behind me, because Charlie was running behind me. and then I went back down, and he stayed on my tail, which was amazing. Such just dedication to making this silly video work. And I can't tell you whether the pedal or not worked, but it did. So it's going to be a really funny video. I think all the orange videos will be brilliant.
Anyone else do that?
I think
I did. Yeah, I put a tiny little 8-inch speaker into a 200-watt bass amp. See what happened there.
Yeah, I just I did a real life situation. I just poured an entire can of beer on. And you know what? Of course, we had to use the battery powered one because there could be issues testing it out later with being electrocuted. So we went with the battery powered one, and when we poured the beer on it, it just flubbed out. Just became almost sounded like an alarm was going off. We figured it was cooked, but later in the day, they turned it on and it worked. And we did a follow-up video showing that everything was back to normal again. So it actually survived an entire tall can of beer. So,
It was a little bit of a toss-up for them. It was doing those videos for the Orange channel, which I thought was brilliant, for a brand to come use the event and work with all of us to make their own content for their own channel. On the other hand,
I thought it was really smart of them.
Yeah. And I talked to Charlie long before the event, and when he had the idea, I was like, dude, I loved your series, How to Avoid Your Warranty, do that, and it'll be really, really cool. On the other hand, I don't think a lot of Orange content was done in the rooms because they were so busy doing their own videos that they didn't really have a chance to influence us to say, how do I do video for the Getaway Driver, or use that amp. I mean, to get a little bit of Orange content on our channels because they were busy producing their own. And really, what came out of this event is how you guys say that. How much of a percentage do you put on the people from the brand at the event and the product that they have? What's important, having the cool product or the people? How do you think the percentage is there?
Well, I'll tell you what. I didn't get to do anything with Orange because the guys were really busy, as you said. So I would probably say people are very important because, first of all, I need to talk to people and then take a look at the product. If I cannot talk to the people, it's harder for me to get to the product. That's what I think about it.
Well, and Stone Deaf got a ton of videos made, and they're a pedal company that's not like super well known before the event, but they worked the event. And hi, Victor's wife or girlfriend.
Come back in there.
Oh, sister. But yeah, the Stone Deaf guys worked the event, so I think the people make all the difference.
Okay,
Yeah,
bye.
absolutely.
I think it doesn't matter what product you have. If you're not putting it in someone else's hands, they're not going to use it. So I think it's like, I can't use a percentage, but I think it's more important to have the people than the product.
Yeah, I felt that the companies that were aggressive and went to YouTubers and said, I want to make a video with you. When can we do this? They got the most out of this event.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Whether it was in the room or whether it was out of the room, like Orange was out of the room, but a lot of people were in the room. They said, hey, I love, even if they were completely lying, they were like, I love what you do. I watch all your videos. I'm like, go on. And
butter me up.
Yeah, they butter you up. And I'm like, absolutely, let's do this. And you make relationships. And the Mad Professor's a company I didn't really know about until this event. And they're suddenly on my radar. And that turned out, it was a little shaky to start, but it actually turned out to be a really good video. A couple of companies like that. And Stone Deaf was the other one that didn't really know about before the event, and it turned out to be a pretty good video. So
before we acknowledge that Meon is actually here, which I'm incredibly surprised about.
Hey,
I'm going to say that when it comes to percentages, 99% is the person that's there.
Yes.
99%. The product. I don't want to say the product doesn't matter, but we don't get to see. Everyone wants our attention, so we were Stone Deaf, weird as pedals, but because they kind of forced them on us, I looked at them and I'm like, hey, this is actually awesome. I had a great time making the video with Glenn for Stone Deaf. So I think it's all about the people, and that's what we as organizers need to learn, to communicate to companies that it's all about the people they bring, the rep, the artist, the whatever, and I think that's really the biggest lesson out of this. And as good, for example, as amazing as the ref amps are, Derek couldn't come, Kyle couldn't come, and they're fully aware of this. We used the amps in the rooms, but Derek wasn't there to just say, hey, let's do something about ref. So we used the amps, but there wasn't a major focus on them.
Yeah, for example, I never, ever, ever have used like an acoustic amp, but because Rich was there and he got me to do videos with one of the guys, I've been just one of the artists, like Petteri, the guy who played the acoustic guitar at the party and so on. Like, he got me to do videos with Petteri, and
stop saying it like that.
That's how it's pronounced. I'm doing the right way. You're not.
It's the way you're pausing before you say it.
I know. I'm emphasizing it just for the effect. Anyway, because Rich got me to do videos with him, I got interested in the acoustic amps. And I never, as I said, I've never played a single acoustic amp or didn't think I would care, but those things were amazing. Really fun and useful for many situations.
Cha-ching! Using Kitten, I just paid him.
Yes.
Meon, how do you like Andy's headphones?
Yeah, I really like them. to be honest, when I clicked on the link, once you guys got online, the first thing I took a look at was where the headphones, and I was wondering, yeah, right, this ones.
Here they are, man.
Yeah. How do you like it?
My face is a bit hot, so they're not that great, but they're free, so I can't really complain.
Free as in you took them from the headphone department and never
accidentally brought them to Austria.
Yeah.
I actually owe them an Ernie Ball strap too. That somehow made it into my pocket and never back on the shelf. It's a very low cost item. I'm hoping they won't send the leg.
And apparently a few Ibanezes behind you.
So if I can introduce me on, this is another element to this checks. We've got us, the helpers, and the YouTubers, and now we've got someone from Thomann, which is me. Hello.
This is me, right? Yeah. What should I say? We're still overwhelmed of how this whole event took place and how everything worked out. We couldn't have expected any better teams, better studios, better artists, everything. It was amazing.
What would your comment be on one of the comments that I got? Oh, it just feels like a big advertisement for Thomann. Meon, go.
Well, of course, the part of it obviously is advertisement and marketing. Of course, you wouldn't host an event like that just because you want to meet or want to invite 100 strangers from all over the world, of course. But I think it's the way how you do it. It's like going to somebody, to a total stranger, and giving them, I don't know, here's money, do a video commercial for us, this is one way. And the other way is inviting fantastic people from all over the world and meeting them, becoming friends. And from then on, we can see how the relationship continues. And if the guys want to do something in the future, if the guys are happy with Thomann and everything, yeah, that's a good start.
Seems fair. Answer your question, Henning?
Yeah. I mean, I just thought it's funny how someone would make this a critique. This is what we do. This is what YouTube channels do. We advertise things, but hopefully in a, non-pushy, honest way. And I love that Thomann wants that. And Meon, shut your ears for a second.
Cool.
I've often been blamed for being the Harley Benton bitch. Yeah, he's bought by Thomann. He does everything Harley Benton positive. Yeah, Thomann pays me not for the Harley Benton videos. What now they do because I said give me some money, but until like very very recently, any Harley Benton video I did for keeping the pedal or keeping the 120 euro guitar, and I sent many of them back. It was because A, those videos get a lot of clicks, and B, because it's a cool product and it's a great relationship. I do other things for Thomann. I do official stuff for the website. That is paid, but that has nothing to do with what I do on my channel. But a lot of those Harley Benton videos, my whole channel started with Harley Benton and Meon. That was the beginning of the channel 5 years ago. And I bought 2 pedals, and then he sent a couple more because I bugged him about it, and he believed in a channel with 7 subs, I think, something like that.
Yeah, like between 7 and 10.
There was nothing. And he still saw the quality back then of those videos and sent out the pedals. Mm-hmm. And Meon never ever, Thomann never ever asked me to say something I can't get behind. I've said things about Harley Benton guitars that they probably wouldn't like me to say. And there was the power attenuator thing where I said, like, I don't get this. I don't think it's a good product. And he wasn't mad. He's like, you need to say what you need to say.
Sure. This is the only way it makes sense to us. Because if we have a faulty product, it wouldn't make any sense for us to keep producing it, to keep promoting it.
So we need people like you testing it and being honest. It makes sense. And for your viewers as well. So who wants to see a guy testing gear all the time, but there's not really review going on. So people have to know what they're about to buy.
I think that people are just not stupid anymore. Well, they are, but
I'd like to believe that.
no, I think that people can sort of see through some false lies, and as we were talking about earlier about the skepticism when we say something positive, and Colin, you touched on this. People tend to want to see the negative in things, and they can't really understand when we talk about something positively. And that's just the nature of online. But it's kind of a shame. But they like it when we say something, or when anyone says something's bad. And if you post like a negative review of something, it tends to get more attention than the positive stuff.
That's true. That's true. I see a lot of this happening on Russian version of YouTube right now, because there's a big thing going on about negativity. Well, hopefully it's not getting here.
I mean, honesty. If we don't like something, we say it. If we love it, we'll say it. I don't think Meon said it, but Sven, someone else in the marketing department back then, he said, we have no interest in people thinking something about a product that's actually not true, because then they buy it, and what's going to happen is they return it. If I say this thing is awesome and I love how stereo it is, but it's not, or it's like the best reverb ever, and it really isn't, then someone buys it at an overpriced price, and they think it's an amazing reverb, but they get it, they're like, oh no, he was wrong, he's disappointed, goes back, they create B stock, they lose money. So any store should be hyper interested in realistic reviews that point out the negative and the positive, so that people know what they're getting and don't falsely buy something. Because for a store, that is only paperwork and money lost.
Yeah, there's no sense at all in people buying things that aren't right. It just causes too much hassle on the returns process. Yeah, no. When I was working in a shop, I used to steer people away from certain products. Like, please don't buy this. Buy the other one instead, because I know this one's rubbish, and you will be back tomorrow handing that back in. That's just a hassle for me.
There's a Keeley delay, the delay workstation, and it says stereo out, left and right or something, and it's not. It's actually a wet and a dry out. So it's literally just wrong information on the pedal. But you wouldn't know that from the website. You wouldn't know this from the pedal. Robert Keeley says, yeah, that's wrong, and it's just labeled wrong, and it's misleading. And he liked that I pointed that out in the video. And someone just commented under the video, thank you, that actually had the information that I was looking for. No one pointed that out because it's a negative. And now because of that, I'm not buying it, which is sad for Robert Keeley. But the guy looked for a stereo pedal, which it isn't. So he didn't falsely buy it, and he was happy that the information was there.
Yeah, because there's more damage if he would have bought it and then realized it's not exactly as advertised.
Yes.
And I think that's actually worse in the long run, because there's so many companies doing amps, pedals, guitars, whatever. Like, if you have one like bad experience, especially like with advertising or anything, you'll remember that, and you'll probably go with some other company and some other options because of that.
Someone asked who is cleaning all the gear that I licked.
Well, I have a question for Meon, actually. Does the stuff that we used and the stuff that some of it got licked, is that, I know that's now B stock, but is it going to be less expensive or more expensive?
TGU authentic souvenir gear, only 20% upcharge.
Yeah, I have to write this down. That's a great idea.
It's not B stock, it's A plus stock.
A++,
Yeah.
right.
So I'm sure we all visited the custom guitar room. Any particular
Yes.
models stick out to you up there? I got to say that green fade PRS with the rosewood neck.
Ooh.
There was a couple of rosewood neck PRSs up there. That
That green one, that Melissa with her green hair that was perfectly matching, dragged around in her jean jacket and moving it up and down on the buttons the whole time. You mean that one?
Probably a stock sale now. Now it's 20% less.
Minimum, right? Yeah.
That one might need a little bit of a buffing.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, of course, that's all not B stock, not A stock anymore. Sure, but as soon as a product is in the shop, it's not an A stock anymore. Anyways.
No, no. Anything in the custom shop room is still A stock.
Okay, custom shop room is a different thing, but after Melissa's treatment, maybe it's not A stock anymore.
It's no longer 15,000 euro, it's 14,900.
900, yes. But it has like Melissa's DNA on that. That has to be something more worthy than before. Yeah, make me an offer. You can have it for 16. That's fine. Yeah, it wasn't my thing. All right. I'd rather take the Friedman Cali. I remember, yeah.
I always gravitated towards the McMulls because I just knew that they'll just deliver. It was really interesting when I did. Where's my? Oh, I'm gone.
Hey, where are you?
Finally.
Put the lights back on. Buy that €6,000 light that you were talking about.
7.
Sorry.
I'm pretty sure he already ordered that.
Yeah. Did you? Henning?
I can hear you. I can hear you, people.
Did you order the light?
I have a $5,000 camera with a $1,000 mic and other stuff, and they just turn off because of overheating. Or possibly batteries. You talk amongst yourselves. I still haven't unpacked anything, by the way. Zip, nada. Been playing God of War.
I just unpacked these headphones. That's it. Michiel is messaging me on Facebook saying that he's still watching in secret, but he's trying to get a night's sleep because of noisy neighbors. He says, please ask Mion, how much has Michiel bugged you about that Sandberg?
Okay, so sorry, Michiel, I forgot to answer. I will look it up for you and check it next week. Yeah, but it looks like that a lot of the team guys fell in love with a special piece of gear. Like, who was it? I think, who was into the Friedman guitar?
Robin.
Yeah, Robin, right. Michiel with the Sandberg bass.
I asked about a Mac Mull.
And who was fighting about the golden Telecaster?
Several people.
Several of us. I said if the Mac Mull's too much, I'll go for the golden Telly.
Wow.
We'll see.
That's the golden Telly?
That Mac Mull is yours. You have to have that.
Well, that's my number one, so we'll see.
Is this the teal green one?
Yeah, here. I'll bring up the picture.
That
the McMahon guy said it's one of the less expensive ones, but they accidentally made a masterpiece. They said
it's a really good one. I played pretty much every Mac Mull that was in the store, and it was my favorite. Here, this features Victor on the picture. That one.
Hang on, where's Dave? There you are.
Yeah, you can make me big. Or I can just keep talking. Yeah, so that one. So we'll see what Mion or Lisa comes back to me with the price on it, and we'll see.
I'll let you know.
The Mac Mull guy said they wanted me to have it.
With the price on that light.
Yeah. All right, guys, just everybody send me an email.
I'm so scared that it would be an enticing offer because then I'd buy freaking light. I think the regular price for the little panel is 4,200.
The little one is right, and the big
for
one
a light.
Yeah.
But they were damn good.
But it's a light.
But you need it.
No, I want it.
Does Philip come over to train you on how to use it optimally when you buy it?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Mion, is Philip included for a day? Come on.
We can talk about it.
Okay, because I need him to actually train me. I also have to buy the ones from the back that go on my bald head.
Mm-hmm.
So if I buy the whole package, Philip is in for a day. Okay, done. Thank you.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's another thing that I know I probably shouldn't ask here, but I will anyway because it's live. Have you talked to Hans after the whole thing? Any feedback from the boss man?
Me personally, not. I had just a little conversation with him on the hallway, but nothing in particular regarding TGU yet.
Because he seemed on the 2 days that he was there, and then he had to leave for some symposium or something. He seemed super excited.
Yeah, he was super happy.
Putting down the road, my little thing, he gave me the thumbs up.
Yeah, Ray, you know him a little bit.
Yeah.
And whenever he's around and he's so enthusiastic about it, and he talks to the people, and he's more in the shop than in his office, it's always a good sign.
Who of you was there when we had some technical trouble? We're not going to go into that. And Hans Thomann was there. I know Bo was there. Anyone else?
Me.
Meon? But you know him. Anyone else was there?
For a minute.
Here's the thing that ultra impressed me about him. When I was at Music China at the Joyo booth, and we talked about the Clown Slam and a couple of things, and I ran into him, and he could ask me very direct questions about power amp tubes and a couple of questions that he needed to know whether you should take those amps on. And I already had a hunch, this guy he knows how to pick the right people, but he knows his shit. So we're in this room trying to find out how to get rid of some buzz. And he, by heart, goes through, so what about the Rocktron Hush? Can we get a Rocktron Hush in here? What about this? What about this? He knows all those products, not just because they make him money. He knows what they do. He knows their reputation. I was blown away by his knowledge of the products he sells. Bo, after that, came to me. He's like, dude, he knows his shit. So I don't know why. I mean, as a businessman, let the guitar people take care of this. He's a trumpet player, I think. But no, he knows all these products. And he knew what he would have to go to possibly solve the problem. Mind-blowing.
And he also was like, no matter what you need, you'll get it. He also was in when we said, okay, we could do the whole room in metal, so we have like a little bit of isolation. He said, okay, do it. Try it.
Yeah, it's very, very impressed by the man. And I know people have a certain image of a big corporation, but it's not a corporation, it's privately owned. And people have this image of, the boss man, the man, as this evil slave driver kind of guy. But I don't think this company would run if it was that.
No, it's different. It totally is.
It is definitely different.
No, it's a family business since over 64 years. And you feel it, that it's a organic grown company, and it's not not one of those big companies you might think it would be.
And what I learned is the reason why the company is where it is because Hans knows how to pick people.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone in their job, whether it's Max with his audio mixing, and Phil with his video, and Ivan with his, we don't know what he knows, but he's Ivan. And and Dominic and even you, Meon, and Lisa and Toby, and everyone. Benji, I don't know how much contact you had with Benji. He's the head of the store. He's responsible for everything that's going on in the store. Everyone is on top of their game in their department, and they're relaxed. On the teardown on Monday night, after this amazing amount of work, and then I said, we have to stay and take everything down, and the store has to work tomorrow morning. That was a situation where we could have all blown up. There was a lot of stress, a lot of very expensive gear that had to go back into certain boxes and all this stuff. It was a situation where helpers, people in the store, Benji, anyone from Thomann, it could have gone very wrong. And it was just this well-oiled machine between people that didn't really know each other. I was very, very impressed. And that's why Thomann is where Thomann is, because Hans Thomann knows how to pick his people. What we did there, I don't know. No idea.
I got the feeling when we all met, or many of us met in the amphitheater, and there was a speech from Dominic and from Hans himself, he just seemed so humbled that we were there. And I mean, not so much, but generally, the people had come,
not so much.
Exactly. The people had taken time out of their lives to come to Thomann, to his house, and do what we were going to do. And he genuinely seemed like over the moon, just ecstatic and like a little boy. And he could barely speak. I thought it was, and it wasn't a language thing. It was just he was trying to contain this thing, and he couldn't. And I thought it was just really sweet and set the tone, I thought. And
there's frequently major artists at Thomann. But yeah, I have that feeling. I love when you say at his house. It's a big house. Yeah. You can see his couch somewhere in the warehouse, the TV, coffee maker.
And the coffee's good, Mion. Thanks for that. We've got to mention the coffee. The coffee's good.
Oh, that vanilla coffee from the machine. Oh my God.
Vanilla mochaccino thing.
Oh, Alex says that Ivan is the coffee god.
Andy, what's that on your finger?
It's my other finger. It's a mic clip that keeps the cable. I need to. I shouldn't say this. I always have to have something in my hands to fiddle with.
That makes a lot of sense thinking back to the event now.
Yeah, exactly. But make sure Henning is not eating.
I'm a cuddler, Steve. I'm a cuddler.
Okay, guys. I have to go now. So
Sorry, too easy.
Yeah. No, I love you all. I hope to see you again soon, and good night.
Good
Good
night.
night, Robin.
Bye, Robin.
Bye.
Good night, Dragon Slayer. Someone has, or more than one person has suggested that we do this more often. And I think that's actually a pretty good idea.
Yep.
We can rotate channels, you know, we can maybe avoid Henning's channel, but we can do it on other people's channels. And I love this live stuff. It's just
you mean this?
Yeah, this.
I thought the whole TGU thing, because I was like, fuck that. There was a lot of work.
No,
we'll do this every month. Good idea.
We'll do that every year that ends in the number 18. So we don't need another hashtag.
Yeah, we can't possibly change the hashtag. That doesn't work.
No, but this live hangout is a lot of fun. And 61 people are watching compared to the 200 that are watching Pete Thorne right now. Vlad just sent it to me. What are you trying to say with that, Vlad? You're trying to secretly send me a message that says that 258 people are watching Pete Thorne and 50 are watching a picture where Colin's half asleep.
That's actually like somehow seeing that made me think that we should have Pete on one of the live streams. But he has his own.
And just tell him how amazing it was. And
he missed out. Exactly.
Dude, he missed like the best thing.
Well, he's probably watching right now, just picking up some tips, you know.
I know.
Anybody in the comments want to add anything? By the way, is Alex our Alex?
Yes.
Yes.
Alex Van de Pas says yes.
Why are you not on camera, Alex? You're a good-looking bloke.
Why is it always? Why is that coming in? What is that?
What?
That gearhead thing. That's.
That's just me.
That's Max. Why is Max doing that? Been there, done that. It's over.
Wabin22, I want the Guitar Geek to say hello from me to everyone. Everyone, Wabin22 says hello.
Hello, Wabin22.
Thanks, Wabin22.
Wobbin.
I get it. That's pretty funny, actually. Wabin just left.
He's apparently Swedish, so I'm forced not to like him because I'm from Finland. It's nothing
No one
personal.
knows what you are. You're from Finland, but you're Russian. Leslie asked that. She's like, Vlad's not a Finnish name. She's, by the way, eating your candy that you gave us. She's like, Vlad's not a Finnish name. This is actually pretty good. Well, he's Russian, but I don't get it. Just have more, send more candy. More candy! So thank you, by the way, for the candy.
Goodness.
That can be arranged.
So when are you all coming here?
Where?
I think we decided in November we're going to surprise you. Sometime in November, you won't know what day exactly. We're just going to show up, middle of a video recording. There'll be knock at your door.
Oh, that would be fun.
And you know that I would love that, right? You know that if you all showed up, including Colin and obviously Steve, I'd find places for you. You can stay as long as I had Glenn stay here for a week. Okay, come on.
Didn't Glenn sleep with your mum?
Did Glenn sleep with my mom?
Yeah.
No, he did not sleep with my mom. He's not my new daddy. He's not Daddy Glenn.
Daddy Glenn.
Wow, that would be so weird. Well, my mom has a house on the other side of the street, which I think technically legally is mine. And most of the year she's in Egypt. So I'm like, I'm not going to put up Glenn in my guest room if I can have him outside of the house somewhere else. So it was great because he had his own, house. So yeah, any of you that want to come, I'll put you up, in my mom's house. It was always weird when he was back on the couch. He's like, oh, I left my phone charger in your mom's bedroom. That just felt so wrong. And he loved saying it. He loved saying it.
Daddy Glenn.
Daddy Glenn.
Imagine trying to get pocket money from him.
For a new light.
Yeah.
Daddy, my dad, fuck you! Don't cap the mic! Cup the cup. What? I don't know. Yeah, but any of you, just, open invitation. We'll make videos.
Sorry, are you talking to us in the video or anybody who's in the chat at the moment? Because there's 56 people watching now.
How about those people write to me first? But any fan can come by and hang out. I'll need switch pitches. And any fan that showed up, he will make videos. Robin came by when he was not part of the TGU team half a year ago. And he ended up to be in a Synergy video. I mean, please write me first and don't all of a sudden stand in front of my door. But if you want to come and hang out, obviously, I am where I am because of people watching. So I'm not going to not invite people.
I like the way Steve and Colin are saying pretty silent on this one.
All of my fans, of course, can show up at Colin and Steve's house uninvited. Yeah, I'm not listening.
No, Kenny, we got to get you back in Boston, buddy. You'll fly in and be my guest for several days. And
you were in the Berkeley video. You know I had tears in my eyes, right? You know I almost cried. When I think back at my time in Boston and Berkeley, and we had this Berkeley chat of Berkeley people, and they asked your time at Berkeley, I almost teared up. Oh, I did tear up because it was like the best time. Wait, no, TGU was the best time.
Money just moved to your pocket.
Yeah.
But yeah, Steve, we'll do that.
I have to go now, I think.
We can play. Flight to Boston is not ridiculously expensive.
No, and you can from Frankfurt. There's like a direct flight like every day.
Yeah, 8 hours. 7, 8.
8 hours this way and only like 6 back because you got a tailwind.
We will do that. I have many friends in Boston. I mean, if you don't even, want to hang out with me, I can stay somewhere else. I can.
Well, you're not staying here, but I I can tell you that much. My wife would be like, "What? Who? No." So,
what, another guitar person? Fuck no.
Yeah, exactly.
So your mom's house is not on the other side of the street?
Not too many notches away from like vagrant or hobo. So she's no way letting you in here. But you could stay at one of our many luxury hotels for short money, I'm sure.
What area of Boston do you live in?
I live Southwest Corridor, so sort of like the Dedham, Westwood area, West Roxbury.
Okay, I have to find out where Britt is. I think that's more just west.
Here's the thing: the closer you are downtown, the more expensive that hotel is going to be.
I don't need a hotel. I know many people who will let me sleep at their place.
Oh,
yeah.
Sounds
I have connections. Boston's my hood. Come on.
Okay.
I'm in West Boston, Henning. If you want to stay at my house. West Boston.
Way west.
Yeah, like 15 hours west.
Yeah. That's
No, I need to do Boston again. But then, if I come to Boston for like a week, can I tell Leslie, hey, I'm going to Boston to hang out with Steve and go to Berkeley and cry a lot because I miss it? I technically would have to take her, but then she's like, I'm not hanging out with no guitar people. Double negative. So that means technically we'd have to go as a group to make this like a guitar channel thing. So like Andy, Vlad.
I'm down for that.
Sure.
Okay, so Andy, you bring that up at home. I'm going to Boston for a week with Henning.
Not at the moment. I mean, timing would be bad a few days after TGU. Can I bring my kids?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
They can watch the dogs. How old are your kids? Can they watch 3 dogs?
Well, one's 1 and one's almost 3. So yeah.
Oh yeah. We have lots of old stuffy museums that the kids would just love at that age.
Excellent. Excellent. They're particularly into history and books with dust on them.
Exactly.
Good.
So Fast Newbie wants to go to Boston. You're in.
Guys, I have to go. Thanks for this. This has been going on for more than 2 hours already.
Only? Wow.
Well, it's 11 p.m. in Finland.
So
good night, Vlad.
Thanks, everyone.
Night.
Bye, Vlad.
Bye-bye.
Keep in touch.
Yes. See you.
Patrick Ithia says he came on Thursday and thought we felt so busy and he was afraid to interrupt. Well, why didn't you interrupt?
Well, he just did. Rude.
Well, not here. I mean, at the event, I had some. Dave said that there's a guy running around who was too scared to talk to me.
That was me.
That was Alex R, who was in the chat earlier. He was in the chat earlier, but then he had to go.
He then talked to me.
Yeah.
We're not untouchable celebrity people. I have a YouTube channel where I make penis jokes and show guitar stuff, and I have like 70,000 subs. I am nobody. I'm literally. Well, I'm more important, of course, than someone with 60,000 subs.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. But we are literally no one. No one at these events can run around saying, "Look how cool I am." We YouTube guitar community. We're not celebrities.
But Patrick should have said hi. He said he ended up picking having my daughter. Oh, his daughter picked the guitar. And thanks for making me drive down to Thomann. Yes, we forced you to drive to Treffendorf.
The event already paid off for Thomann.
Yeah, 1 guitar. There we go. Done.
Mayon, would you please make sure that the royalties get spread out across those channels for that Squire?
1 guitar? Yeah, I make sure. No problem.
We all need the 2.4 cents. Everyone's taking the account number right now.
Just loading up the calculator.
Sander says, "Oh, come on, you're all gods."
Well, he's not wrong.
Raphael has a good question. How was it to meet Philippa?
Philippa was super nice. She was very sweet.
Very, very humble, extremely talented, very respectful, and everything she is on screen, but more so. She's just a very nice person.
I thought she had a pretty big transformation from her first day to her last day. Her first day, she was much shyer, couldn't really converse in English that well. But by the last day, she was very much conversant in English. The transformation I thought was quite remarkable.
Andy, you would know this because you're teaching her some English. How does she speak English in her videos? Is that written down, or because in her videos her English is pretty great, but conversationally she didn't really seem to want to talk, or at least to me.
I asked her that same question when I was to backstory that I know her dad a little bit, so I offered to just talk to her every day for 10 minutes, just so that when she came to TGU, it wasn't her first time speaking English to strange people. And her sort of "hello, I'm Philippa," that's something she does. That's her tagline, but nothing else is scripted. But she said there's a big difference between talking to a camera and doing multiple takes and actually having to be part of a conversation, which is a totally, as an English guy living in Austria and having to learn a weird version of German, it's exactly the same. When there's more than one voice happening, then it's a totally different world. It's very difficult, and she was very worried, which I think sort of echoes what Steve just said, that by the end of it she was really getting in amongst it and saying yes to everything and really chatting. But I think it must be weird as a 12-year-old to have all these people coming up to you and saying nice things to you and about you. And I think she dealt with that really well, forgetting the fact that she's not speaking in her native language, just being complimented by, us must be weird.
Very different than my 12th year on Earth, I can tell you.
What how do you go on from there? Going back to school, she could not go back to school and in any way communicate what she had just been through.
She posted on Instagram, TGU18's over, so I'm back to the 3rd grade, but I'm still wearing my T-shirt. And I thought that was rather cool.
But how would she communicate to her classmates what she had just witnessed or been part of? I don't think...
Tell them to watch the videos on her channel, I guess. But even that won't tell the full story.
It's not possible. It's...
Yeah.
I can't communicate.
Hey, Stefan. Stefan is one of the Thomann people.
Stefan!
Who, funny enough, thought that going to some festival with metal bands was a higher priority than hanging out with us.
Ooh, Stefan.
And the interesting thing is, when he came back, I was on the floor in the string department, being dragged by one leg by Colin Scott. And I look up, and all of a sudden there's Stefan Weitzel grabbing my other leg and dragging me over the floor. And because my head was shaved, my head didn't on the floor. And then Dennis says, again. And they had to do that 3 or 4 times. TGU18.
TGU19. So, Mion, is it happening?
Yeah, when do I book my flight?
Yeah, nail him down right now because he's got the decision power. Go!
Go!
Yeah. Right, it's me who decides. No, I'm not sure if it happens. It will happen in 2019, but I think it was a good first event we did like this. We never did something like that before. Of course, we had our big summer fest with thousands of people coming to the shop and everything, but this was totally new, totally new material for us. But I think it worked out all very, very good, and I think there are chances for another year.
We have
Maybe 2019. Let's see. What do we?
In order to improve on things, we need to have another event.
That's a valid point, right?
I actually don't care about video output or whatever, but I know some things I could do better. So do another event so I can actually do them better.
Yeah.
Well, if Thomann doesn't put on an event, I'll just fly in and do Dave GU19 at Thomann.
Hey, you are always welcome.
Yeah.
You're always welcome.
We could just go there.
Yeah, show up.
And just, without Thomann's help, just put on TGU ourselves.
Yeah, right. Just set up the event, invite everybody, and just show up.
It's open to the public most of those days.
Yeah.
We're the public.
It's without Thomann or with Thomann. We're doing it. Yeah, I have a few points that I think we can improve on. Now that I go through some of the audio, I'm like, that should have been. I just looked at my footage and my audio, and I see a couple of things. Nothing that would have ruined anything, but I'm picky, so little things where I'm like, if that happened to someone else, I wonder if they spotted it. I wonder if they could correct it. So I'd like to improve on little details just to make it the most awesome thing we possibly can have.
There were some minor flaws, but nothing major, which is nothing major. So we can improve a couple of stuff. Right.
I think one of the biggest things was communication to certain groups. We had the helper group pretty much sassed out with the WhatsApp chat, which was going on all day. I think Chris pointed that out, and he's got a good point where he's not here because he's in the Philippines. Stefan says, polish your head for the next floor poll. Good point. Chris said that at each workstation we would have needed a phone as well. I had a phone, but if they had any problem, they would have needed an inside Thomann phone to call you or call me or whatever. Robin always called me with WhatsApp, which got annoying, but got the point across. So in every room, having actually a Thomann phone would be good, because for the people watching at Thomann, you have no cell reception, so you're literally stranded there, and all you can do is buy gear because you can't call anyone. So they do this. They actually have reception, but they probably have cell phone blockers, so you can't call anyone. It's just go there, focus on the gear. Smart, very smart. Those blockers cost billions. So that's a good point. And we were all the helpers were linked up in a WhatsApp chat. But if I or anyone needed to communicate something to all the YouTubers, for example, if I spotted, wait a second, someone's using the audio wrong, or someone's not getting where the audio gets exported, or stuff like this, there wasn't really a way to communicate that to the whole group other than in the evening when everyone met at the bus. And I wish there had been a form of communication that everyone used and everyone was forced by law and punishment to check hourly or every 2 hours to see if there's new information. Whether that's a Facebook group, a WhatsApp chat, maybe a blog, a website, something to communicate details to the YouTubers. As soon as we spotted something, wait a second, someone didn't understand a certain procedure, how did we get the information to all the channels? And they were everywhere. Everyone's doing their own stuff. It wasn't feasible to run around and let everyone know. So I don't know. What do you guys think? What would have been an efficient way to communicate with everyone running around?
Yeah, I think another WhatsApp chat for just the YouTubers would totally make sense. That there you need another gatekeeper who really knows, is it a 7 or 8 or higher Henning? The information, is it worth texting it to everybody? But yes. That would totally make sense. And the phones at the single departments and video studios. Now as you say that, I'm wondering why you didn't have that.
I mean, hey,
it's so obvious that there are phones everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we always told people, just call me on when you have a problem, and they didn't have a phone. Yeah, so it would have been nice to be able to communicate things to, especially the channels. I mean, obviously, I could have done that through Facebook individually, but having a central location, maybe even having like a bulletin board in the lobby where we say, everyone, please check the bulletin board 2 or 3 times a day if we have information that we didn't get you. Obviously, we had an amazing campus rider that you guys wrote and that I added all the technical stuff to, that Leslie spent 2 days translating, that no one read. Because let's go to my fellow YouTubers. Colin, did you read the campus rider?
Which one was that?
The one
All right.
When you arrived, the little pamphlet.
Yes, I read through it.
Through it, or you read it?
It was the same thing as we got emailed, right?
No.
Or was it different?
I think.
I read the bits that were the same then.
Steve, how about you?
Yeah, I read the campus rider. It showed up in an email. It's a PDF, like very close to the event.
Okay.
I took notes. I briefed it.
Which is why I love you guys. Yeah, I mean, if someone, Glenn was like, what campus rider? Of course, Glenn knew how things were going, but Glenn's Glenn. Glenn, by the way, calls me like 2 days ago. He's like, how are you doing? I think people see Glenn as this aggressive, loud guy. He is the sweetest man ever. He calls me and just checks on me and wants to know if I'm okay.
Yeah, he's very nice. He invited me to come out to the studio anytime. He's like an hour away from me, so or hour and a half with the bridge.
An hour and a half to see Glenn? I wouldn't do it.
And I got to drive over the bridge to Canada too, so it's like
the bridge to Canada. That sounds like some mythical place.
I mean, kind of is.
We just had a suggestion.
There's free healthcare on the other side.
You went there, I didn't.
We've had a suggestion from Patrick in the chat that maybe next time, next year, that they could have a lunch or dinner barbecue so the public could meet us. Do
you really want to be disappointed that badly, Patrick? I mean, honestly.
Yeah. Patrick, are you serious?
I like barbecues. I'm up for that.
Yeah.
Any excuse for a grill. But it's a nice idea, again, to echo what Henning was saying, to get everybody together at another point. But yeah, barbecue.
Everyone's welcome at my house next weekend. I'm doing ribs.
Just being invited to bed with 2 hot brunettes. Why is he still sitting there?
Yeah, I have no idea which bed though. Because my bed is right there, and I see no hot brunettes.
Well then, who is that, and why are they inviting you to their bed?
I have no idea who that is.
They're calling you Vic. Vic.
I think I might know who it is.
Do you have a dog?
I have
a really intelligent dog.
Do you have a dog or a cat? Because is it your girlfriend and an animal?
No.
Well, then what is this? We need to know now.
Okay, they have a YouTube channel, and they upload videos of them playing games, which is only slightly easier than playing guitar.
Why are they inviting you to bed?
I don't know.
And why is it back to bed?
Let me find out who it is.
We need to know now.
Well, when someone posts a comment that is maybe undesirable, it asks me if I want to show that comment or hide that comment. And they've written, "You're so thick, you idiot." So they must either really know you, Victor, or they're just a troll. Come on, man.
I think it might be someone called Chris.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Sure is, man.
Anyone got that? Please tell me
Yes.
anyone got that?
Dave Chappelle show.
Yes. Fuck your couch, Johnny Buffett. Fuck your couch. I never used my 360 camera.
That's true.
I didn't know you brought it with you.
Well, then how will I ever know what it was like to be at TGU, Henning, without the 360 camera videos?
Yeah.
How would I know?
You wouldn't. Do you guys want to know why this chat's going on for so long?
No,
because Andy won't end it.
Anyone take a guess why I think the chat's going on so long?
Because we miss each other.
Yes.
It's the honest
How
truth.
sad is that?
Really
You
sad.
know,
to leave now.
I just figure out we didn't get a possibility to actually hang out like this at TGU because you guys were always late there at Thomann, you know, putting stuff together, and we were back to the hotel trying to figure out what to do or, you know, where to go for those like half an hour or an hour that left before going to bed. So this is actually the first time we hang out like this.
We were at breakfast. It was always us plus Steve sometimes and maybe Ryan. But we were out and that's why I meant like the YouTubers that were part of the team weren't as much part of the community. You know, breakfast together, not being on the bus and all that stuff. Which again, it had to run. The question is whether or not the people on the team should also be YouTubers. Because it's taking a little bit of the experience away from them because they have to work. And Andy was doing videos, and then, you know, helping being in the room and videos. He was going crazy. Hypothetically, Andy, with his brilliant channel, should have been, had we known earlier, he would have probably been invited as a YouTuber and then not as a helper. So the question in general is that I ask myself, should any YouTubers be on the helper team?
Wait, Andy was there as a helper?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Oh, man. I would have never suspected that.
Well, I was the one that put that guitar strap in your pocket.
Well, and Harry was there as a helper too, and he's got 30,000 subs. So,
well, independent of the subs, like
subs are the only measure of value. Henning, don't you know that? Colin is the best of all of us. Yeah, that's how it works.
He's like 30,000 better than you.
Yeah,
that is exactly the currency.
And I don't know why. Just look at him. Just look at him. Just look at him.
Yeah, look at his awesome hair. That's why.
Yeah, come on.
No, because I mean, no matter the size of the channel, someone like Vlad worked his ass off. And I really hate to say, well, Vlad, your channel is smaller and you need to work, and I don't want you to take too much time away, because he asked me, can I book another room? He's working his ass off. He came for his own money, and I didn't want to tell him, well, we need the rooms for some bigger channels to create, obviously, content that's widespread. He worked his ass off, but who am I to tell him don't do that? But
so you had me tell him that. Thanks.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's on the one hand, having YouTube channels help means they know how it is done. They know cameras. They just know a lot of the ins and outs of what needs to be done in the rooms. And the audio and stuff like this. On the other hand, I might feel better to not have those channels having to do both. Because I don't know where everyone had to be at what point in time. I had no overview. Everyone organized their own time. But when I was seeing someone doing a video, and I'm like, well, shouldn't they right now be working somewhere? Are they doing a video? And there's Andrew again. He's doing tons of videos. Is he doing any work? Are people going to come to me and bitch about, where's Andrew again? Of course, that didn't happen because obviously he, pulled his weight. Everyone did. But it kind of would feel more. I would feel better if Harry, Vlad, Andy would be Michiel. Well, Michiel seeing his channel as kind of a hobby thing, but still pretty damn cool content. And I think if he focused only on that at an event like this, I don't know if we could justify bringing him in as only a YouTuber, given that he's got 300 subs. But I think that's going to change because his content is awesome. Personally, I'm fighting a little bit with let the YouTubers do their YouTube thing and not having to help. But of course, I'm dependent on you guys helping. So how do you see that?
Well, I kind of think it only makes sense that the people who help. It's not surprising that we mostly have channels too of varying levels of seriousness, but you know, if we are into YouTube enough to come on our own dime and take, you know, vacation time from work and, you know, all of that to help, then it would make sense. It's not surprising that we also do our own videos. So I get your point, but it's also any volunteer is likely to have a channel. You know, I have one too, but I just do it for fun. I don't really put much effort into it. So I think, yeah, I see what you're saying, but I think it would be something that we really have to leave it up to Andy or Vlad or whoever to decide. Like, is it too hard for you to juggle it, or, you know, did it work for you?
Well, if you had decided to not include YouTubers as helpers, then I wouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
So I have to say, yes, keep the helpers at YouTubers, because I benefited from that. But it's not because Henning checked out the wrong channel, you know, and ignored me for a few months. It's not because of that. It's not because he didn't know the right link that I sent him like twice every day. It was really hard to juggle. I dropped the ball several times. I upset people because I wasn't pulling my weight sometimes.
Oh, yes.
Thanks, Max. Thanks very much. In the middle of a monologue then. I think it's possible, but that YouTuber has to understand that you're going to be absolutely exhausted because you're doing one shift on the camera, or you should be one shift on the camera, one shift on the switcher, then you have a break for an hour in which you can do your stuff. And if that's fine for that person, as it was for me, then why not? But don't expect to book rooms, don't expect to, you know, to do more than that, even though I was.
I think if you're there as a helper, you have to be there as a helper, and any videos that you make while you're there have to be spare time things. Like, you know, hey, I've got a break from doing the switching. I'll use that break to interview Aid from Orange if he's got time, or what, you know, that type of thing. Which I think is what people did. I think
I might have to go now.
Bye, Victor.
I got 2 hot brunettes somewhere.
And they'll disown you if you don't come to a bed that you don't know where it is.
Yeah.
It says that you have a guitar addiction. They're here to help. It's for your own good.
Don't listen to that. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
But do you know who it is? Because this
Yeah,
is
I do.
important stuff.
I
This
do.
is the
I do.
most important point of this chat.
It's a friend of mine. His name is Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Oh, Biggie Boom.
Chris, you're weird.
Big.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's weird.
Big Boom.
Big.
Alex said he's a helper. He didn't have a YouTube channel. And that's true. And not every helper did. And I didn't mean to imply that, but I meant that it's not surprising that a lot of us did or do.
Well, I'm going to call it a night.
Bye, Victor.
Bye, Victor.
Bye, Victor.
Bye.
Bye.
Enjoy.
But I just think it's I mean like in the setup days, Dennis, who's, you know, the brilliant video guy that he is, discovered that if he puts Andy in front of the camera, magic happens, which makes sense. So I'm like, hey, where's Andy? And there's well, he's doing something with Dennis. I'm like, well, we kind of had scheduled for so and so many people, and who would have thought that all of a sudden a star is born? And that's no critique, but obviously, you know, we had budgeted for so and so many people, and then stuff like this happens, and I'm like, where's Andy? Oh, he's doing a voiceover for Dennis. I'm like, fuck Dennis, he's my guy. So we were kind of fighting over Andy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it all worked out. I just think
we all were, Henning.
I I also didn't like to hear that there's someone who's funnier than I am. But it's okay. So that's a personal issue I have.
Well, he's got that string bean physique going for him. It's like +3 funny.
Yeah, yeah. And he's nice too, damn it.
Not that nice.
No, I'm really not.
But I think for me, if I knew, for example, that maybe Vlad, let's say Vlad, Michiel, Harry, and Andy were there as helpers, but I'd actually have 4 other guys. So you are primarily YouTubers, but I can call on you. So you're there from the beginning, setup time-wise, so you know how everything runs. Once the event is going, you're YouTubers. But if, like we did in the custom cave, we needed help, you know, we would short a man, and then I had to call Harry off, send him to the custom cave. Then I know there are people who've done it, people that are part of the team, and I would then kindly ask, can you help out here or there? I think I would feel much better about that and letting you be YouTubers, if that makes sense.
That does make absolute sense. That it's a backup. It's a help within a help.
Yeah, because I know you guys know your stuff, so I'd rather have a full team of people that I know are not going to be distracted by, you know, also getting stuff for their channel, but and you know, someone like Max, I'm pretty sure Max would have come 3 years early and helped us out because he's a good guy and he knows his stuff. Right, Max?
Who are you talking about?
What? I'm talking about you.
Okay.
I'm saying you probably would have come 3 days earlier and helped if I asked you. Yeah,
absolutely.
And that way, you know, I could have said, "Hey, do you have an hour? I'm a man short. Can you help those guys out in a room?" And you would have known what to do.
Yeah. You know, I was supposed to be there last year, but because of those 2 setup days that I couldn't be there, I couldn't be there.
So, Meon, how do you see that? Like the discrepancy between helpers and YouTubers?
I wouldn't search for a strict rule or something like that. If their YouTubers are interested in being part of the helper team, that's fine for me. As long as they are not too distracted by the idea of shooting on videos for their channel all the time, I think that's not a big deal. I wouldn't select them by, are you a YouTuber or are you not a YouTuber? I would select them by, are you willing and able to work for that time and for that particular job? And if they're in, that's fine.
I think it just makes it very difficult, especially with the schedules in the rooms. If you only have a very limited amount of time where you can be, because you have to work, and then you have those very few moments where you don't have to, and then getting in those times schedule, I think it just makes it very difficult. But I know there'd be enough people who would want to help. I don't think that would be a problem. We were down. Well, Pazzi wasn't there, so we were down Pazzi, and oh, bye, Stefan. Yeah, 50 pedals, please. Thank you. Yeah, I'll do the mod duo. I don't care. It's fine. Send that. You know I'm up for it. I think 2, maybe 3 people more would have made some things easier.
Definitely.
Like pedal room, I think the aquarium in the administration building was running fine. Oh, there's Pazzi. Pazzi, how are you doing? Because you don't answer things. How are you doing? Are you alive? Pazzi almost died, by the way. Like on setup day on Sunday when he was supposed to show up, he had to go to the doctor and had some kind of serious thing. Come on, Hanna Gunson. That's not his name. Let us know. You're obviously alive. Let us know how you're doing because we really care.
He left the Facebook group today because Matt was just making too many jokes.
Yeah, sad when people leave the group, but that group is crazy. A billion.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's not crazy at all. It's perfectly normal.
I don't know what.
Okay, so Pazzi writes me. Here's what Pazzi writes me on Facebook. my CRP is 270. And I'm like, in a picture from his arm with needles and stuff. And that was the last I heard of him. And I'm like, what is CRP? Nothing for days. And I'm like, I don't know what CRP. What is a CRP? Do you guys know what a CRP is?
It's a health thing.
Come on, anyone.
Apparently, I live in America. I don't even know what a doctor looks like.
There's a thing called Google. It's to do with inflammation. A high level of CRP in the blood is a marker of inflammation. It can be caused by a wide variety of conditions, from infection to cancer. So please let us know what's going on.
So apparently it's supposed to be under 10, and his was 270. My math skills are telling me that 270 is higher than 10.
Yes.
So apparently he survived, which is good. And that's primarily good because he still wants to buy my LSL strat. So since he's alive, now I can still sell it to him.
Well, if he goes, just tell his wife he really wanted to be buried with it and send her an invoice.
That's a good one. So that's why he couldn't make it, because he almost died. CRP 270. Well, you missed a hell of a ride.
Yeah, we could have used his back skills.
Oh yeah, we could have used his back skills. Well, it's not to say that he can't hang out with us, next time.
I don't know. If you don't have one of the cool hats, I'm not sure you can be allowed in the club anymore.
I have 2 hats, and I look horrible in them. I'm not a hat guy.
You're only supposed to wear one at a time. That's probably why.
Oh, no. Wait. Let me demonstrate.
Wait. Hang on. Wait. There we go.
What's so funny? Don't I look dashing?
Absolutely delightful.
I can't. Well, let me see if I can do what Mayon does.
No, it's not better. It's not better.
I'm killing Andy right now. I think Andy's dying. Let's pay back. So I have 2 of these really, really cool hats of an event that, I came up with and did with an amazing company with using Ketten and Ibanez on it, and it's a high quality hat, and I can't wear it.
But we did just find our thumbnail, so.
This?
Yes, that's
actually better. I actually think that's better.
You look like a rapper from Minnesota.
Yeah, from 1992.
Yeah.
West Side. I don't know.
Yeah.
This chat has just deteriorated into nothingness now. We're actually watching Henning wearing hats.
That's what we all tried in for.
Started off as a recap of our experience at TGU, and now we have a German fashion model.
I am now getting messages on Reverb about me wearing a hat.
What?
Internet works fast.
I'm getting a message on Reverb.
Well, I can sell those
saying,
pictures.
by the way, you are a hat guy. Looks great.
What?
Not shitting you.
Riley says Lord of the Rings or Star Wars or Star Trek.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't think this is a yes or no question.
That's my answer.
Obviously, it's very easy. It's super easy.
Doctor Who.
Oh. Ooh, Alex says Frozen Hitchhiker's Guide. Well, then it's obviously Hitchhiker's Guide. Duh.
But is it the Hitchhiker's movie or is it the books? Because the other ones aren't all books. So
The radio show. Do it properly.
the radio show.
Original radio show. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I obviously have it all in every edition that ever existed. I have a complete bookshelf only with Douglas Adams books, and he only wrote 9.
Yeah, but did you ever play the text-based adventure game?
Yes.
Back in the early 80s, because I did.
I did too.
That is nerdy.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the.
Have you seen my face? Like, you want to get in a nerdy competition with this?
Let's go back to the original question: Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, or Star Trek? Let's skip Lord of the Rings because that's just fairy magic stuff that Colin's into. Look at him! Come on. Of course, he's on the side of the Hobbits.
Yes.
Well, so, I'm brave enough. Star Trek.
Original series or the new movies?
Yes.
All of it.
I think the new Star Trek movies, I'm going to go out on a limb here. The new Star Trek movies are shit.
Whoa. You need to shut your trap.
Where's the eject button?
Steve, Star Wars or Star Trek? Come on.
I've probably watched more Star Trek, if I'm being honest, in terms of just hours of viewing.
Mm-hmm.
TNG,
Yeah. That's where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
All of it. Voyager, even Enterprise. All of it.
And you got to admit, those prequels were just complete fucking garbage. I mean,
Yeah,
just
they were.
garbage.
So bad.
Films 1, 2, and 3. 4, 5, and 6 were fine, even though 6 was starting to get a little campy. And then it's funny because at the time, people hated 5, right? They hated Empire. And of course, now we look back as it, being like the best of the lot.
Well, but now you have 2 of them.
Yeah.
Now there's two. You have the same movie twice. Just one is 5 and one is 7.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. That's really going down the drain. So of course it's Star Trek. I mean, that's obvious. Wait a second. Let me see if I can pull this over.
Damn. That's like nerd level 17.
How are you holding something that big?
Pretty cool.
Are we pulling out nerd gear? Is that what we're doing?
Just what's within arm's reach. And then this TIE fighter.
Oh my god, how sad are we? Wait, I want to test if Meon has in arm's reach anything so Sparky.
How Sparky? Give me a second.
Oh, not in arm's reach. Oh, nerd level sad.
Oh, that's the only thing I have here.
What? No, don't get out your dildos, dude. What is that?
Let's go. I'll go to the cameras. There we go. There's Colin's cam.
Yoda, I am.
Did anyone watch the video where Colin took some kind of drugs and just talks with Yoda for half an hour on the Facebook? Dude, you were hopped up on shrooms. It was so weird.
I might be dating myself with these.
Oh my god!
Oh, excellent!
Awesome.
Whoa!
That's what I'm talking about. That's good stuff.
And I'll move it like this. And
do I look like a minor bird? What do you want?
right.
What are you in for, kid? What are you doing time for? Dumb.
Did you see the new one already, Steve, on Netflix?
What's that? I haven't seen
Lost
the new one. No. In fact, we have Netflix. I'm like the worst person for Netflix in my house. Everyone seems to watch Netflix all the time but me.
The new Lost in Space was really not bad.
That's a hell of a review right there.
How much are they paying you, Henning?
Yeah.
Really? I did
That's
not.
a show for Netflix.
I won't. The thing I'll say about it is it features one of the most clumsy, awful product placements in Netflix history, and they have some doozies in some of the other shows, but that show had a tremendously bad product placement.
Which one?
In episode 2, and it kind of goes through the whole episode.
I mean, I've got Netflix. Do you want to watch it together, or?
Yeah, Steve and Andy can watch it.
What are you talking about?
The Oreos.
Oh, no, that's just a. Yeah, possibly.
That's just
It was definitely product placement.
What did Meon grab? Come on, nerd man.
Hang on.
I'm
Meon, you're live.
Yeah, I'm a South Park guy.
Oh, awesome.
Awesome-o.
Nice.
Yeah, I got him, and I got the coon.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got the I have the wizard.
Oh yeah.
Mysterion.
The stick of truth.
No, from the stick of
Stick of Truth. Yeah, right.
Stick of Truth.
Oh,
that
nice.
game was great.
It was. Has anyone played this new one?
No, I haven't.
No.
Probably, it's like the first one. It's very much a similar game. The gameplay is almost identical.
I didn't like the
Really?
gameplay. I wanted to play it because of the story and all the jokes, but that whole turn-based role-playing thing isn't my thing.
Well, they
it's
even repeat
kind of boring.
jokes, like when in the first one when they go onto the spaceship and there's the joke about there's the guy's always going to the recorder and he's like, all right, day 3, I still haven't found any food, but right, like for some reason I keep making these these audio logs, and they play the same joke again in the second game. I mean, it's just,
really?
oh yeah, very. I mean, it's a different subject matter, but it's the same exact joke.
That's disappointing.
Yeah.
I'm realizing now that we really didn't spend enough time together. Are you noticing this? That we could have spent.
We should have had a free
so
day.
much more time without actually talking about Guitar Gear.
We should have had a free day with mandatory attendance.
Mandatory fun.
Well, we can fix that.
Fun is scheduled from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m., then continues at 2 p.m. until 6 p.m.
No shenanigans or silly games in between.
Yeah. Lunch will be serious.
You shall write a summary of the fun you have had. Summarize the fun time.
I can't deal with the fact that you're still wearing the hat.
How about I wear that in every video now?
Yeah, it's your new look.
Yeah.
But one day I have to do this, and to be fair, the other day I have to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, now
I can do here. That could be
what
it.
a difference.
Yeah, it's your new look. And I change your channel icon and everything.
How about I do every flute review like this? Meon, do you think Thomann would send me flutes to review now that I'm a very proficient flute player? Or flautist?
I haven't seen your video yet. You uploaded it today, didn't you?
Yep.
Okay, I haven't seen it yet, but
Colin will vouch for me. Colin, did I nail it or what?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you got the note there. You got the note.
I got this in the bag.
The brown note?
Colin will get this, no one else will get it. I got it in the bag. Get it?
yeah.
Did Andy get it?
I got it.
Sadly, we all got it.
Really?
I don't want it anymore.
Whoever plays that flute next will get something.
How are they disinfected?
With fire.
Yeah.
I hope it's melted down into molten metal and reformed into a flute, because anything short of that might not be enough.
They have the Thomann dragon.
Yeah.
Bring it to the Thomann dragon and it gets melted down. Colin, I saw when I was actually putting links below the video, I tried to link to the flutes we had, but obviously I had no idea what flutes we had. I had no idea. So I just picked one that was roughly that price range, and then I picked the cheapest one, which is like a Thomann brand. It's called Thomann flute or something, for like $160 or something. They said flute on a budget. A link to that. Can that be good?
There's a good question. I came home and tried to play my flute, and my flute's pretty much a budget flute, and it's a very sad experience now having played that one that was like $2,000.
I saw they went up to like 7 or 8K.
Yeah.
I'd love for you to review on, of course, CS Flute, the €160 Thomann flute. I think that would be interesting.
Yeah,
for
I think
7
so.
people.
If I ever decide to continue the joke, I should definitely get some
You
flips.
should
And
totally
I do
continue
get
the
some.
joke.
What joke?
What joke? Yeah, no, it was deadly serious.
Don't tell Leon that the channel is a joke. He'll never send you that flute. I'm trying to get you that flute.
You get one, Colin. I sent one.
Yay! Thank you.
Welcome.
I can't believe we had. I always called him Mickey, but I think it's Mikey.
Mikey, yeah.
I always called him Mickey. He never corrected me.
Too
We had
polite.
him play the bass flute. That was awesome.
That was a great moment. I'm glad we dragged them in.
I dragged many people into that talk circle. And in the end, it was always full of people.
Was it Mikey Demas from Skindred?
Yeah,
Real good guy. Cool. Actually, we wound up hanging out a little bit there and shooting the breeze. I liked Mikey a lot. He was really cool.
He wrote me an email. No idea where he got the email. Thanking me for TGU and for everything we did and the team, and what a great experience it was, and that we invited him, and he really, really enjoyed it. And he said he wants to Skype with me. He wants to find out what kind of gear can he get, because he wants to do some videos about his gear and get into YouTube and videos from the tour. And he wants me to help him out, pick up the right gear. Super, super nice guy. I think the only thing I did with him was that flute video, which is ending up on the CS Flute channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep, great. It's not even my video.
We swapped DIY
Terry
tips.
says
That
the
was
flute
good.
that we played should be starting bid. The flute that I blew in starting bid $1,000. Well, the flute was $1,500, or actually no, the flute I played was $2,400. So
Yeah.
1,000 would be quite a bargain.
Do you want a guitar question? Did anyone try maple or rosewood fretboard on a Macmul? Yes.
I tried all of them pretty much. What do you want to know? I mean, they were good. The one I liked the best ended up being rosewood, but that's not surprising because I mostly like rosewood boards anyway.
If it has that ugly headstock, it's a brilliant guitar, period.
Steve, did you try out the Macmuls? Did you played one in the video we did, I believe?
I think I did. Yeah, and that one wasn't as you see. The ones I have tried in the past, I think, have been a little bit thicker neck profile. I found the neck profile on that particular one, that particular day, to be far more suitable to my liking. It was it was a more comfortable neck profile than the ones I've played in the past.
It was very interesting that, I did
know.
a video with Matt Schofield, and he brought his super custom British built Strat that has BB King's signature on the back.
Yeah.
And he almost died when, what did I say, Andy? Like, my guitar has like the paw of my dog on the back.
I think it had your name on it. It's got your name.
Oh, the McMull has my name on it, right? And he's like, "Well, I've got this on the back." BB King, and he left the camera alone. He just died.
He
won with that, yeah. Then. But it was interesting. He's like, "Well, this is a very exclusive instrument. It's a very high-end Strat, obviously, by some custom builder." But then I put my signature away, picked up a McMull, and as soon as I hit that low E, and the sound just bloomed and it was huge. It was very clear that he was impressed by that one single note. And after that, he really looked at the McMull. I think that would be an insane achievement for McMull to get Matt Schofield to play one, which is technically not so hard because they're amazing guitars. He was very nice. I liked him.
Well, I hate to say it.
Wrap it up.
I'm going to wrap it up, guys.
Yep.
Should I wear the hat to bed, and am I going to get some if I wear that?
Absolutely.
Yes and no.
Definitely.
Yes and no.
Let me know what Leslie thinks of your hat.
Yeah.
Leslie thinks I look ridiculous in any hat. I don't know.
He's right.
Yeah, she's right again.
Got up.
She's the smartest of us all.
Yep.
She sure
You
is.
don't listen. You don't listen. Before we go, Steve, what's the Ibanez you have, the yellow one, next to you?
This one here.
Yeah.
That is a 1991 RG. It's got a nice, I don't know if you can see the flame.
That's pretty sweet.
Do you have V7 pickups there?
These are stock. These are V7, V8.
Cool. All right.
The original. So, and then,
wait. No way.
And then, of course, I also got the RG7.
Andy? Really?
Yeah, really.
What's that thing?
Great. Now I need to buy one.
Yeah, I know. I'm the odd one out as well. This is terrible.
Yeah.
Let's phone up Dan from Ibanez.
Where's your Desert Sun Yellow Ibanez?
Well, mine's original. How old is yours?
Like mine is 1987.
Oh yeah. All right. So that's real.
Yep.
I don't know.
2017.
Oh yeah.
I think mine's 2009.
Close, but no cigar.
And I don't know yet whether that has to go back to Ibanez or not, but we can really quickly fix that.
It has to go to me for a review.
You really want it?
Oh.
Well,
I can review it and send it back.
I get this RG too with the.
That's lovely.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's a nice one. Hang on, Steve. I'm going to put you on your main.
Yeah.
There we go, Steve.
It's Prestige Biatch.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have weight. Yeah, I have more Ibanezes. Nothing like it's nicer than Prestige.
Yeah, I like the Ibis. They're good.
I have one of these, which is very pretty.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
With the 274-piece neck.
Yeah, it's got like a 74-piece neck.
Yeah,
the one you're talking about.
Colin's like, what?
Ah.
Oh, Max.
What?
Oh.
Wait, is it 4-piece neck? No, it's not.
I think it's 44-piece.
44-piece. Yeah, wait a sec.
I also have this.
It here.
Oh, are we doing this? Is this a thing now?
Yeah, we're doing this. We were going to wrap up, but instead we're showing off our wares.
Oh.
So I have this Ibanez, which came nice with the white pickups.
Oh, yeah. Here's the 1976 Ibanez.
Oh.
Whereas you're super destroyed.
Oh.
I have one of those, Steve. I think it's also 76, but it's in a case somewhere.
I've got a 75V in the case.
Oh, I know. That's a nice one.
I'm running out of Ibanez. I have one of these.
Oh, yeah. I got one too, but mine was like $148 and came from China. I don't think it's real.
No, this is actually a real gem, not any of the premium or whatever.
Hey, Henning, did you have one of those super weird colored ones from the late 80s?
How about you shut your trap? Because you know exactly how much it pains me to talk about that, you bastard.
Can I see it? Where is it?
How about you shut your freaking trap? I'll never tell you anything anymore. I have one of these.
Yeah, but have you got one of these?
Nice.
No.
And that's old school. Is that an old one, Andrew? Because Ibanez is making.
I have no idea. I bought it in a pawn shop, so I don't think so, to be honest. But
in a pawn shop, they sell that in a pawn shop.
It's Austria. Well, that's probably as good a time to end it as any.
This really needs new springs.
Thanks, everybody. It was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Yes, I don't know why people watch this, but even if people are not watching, we should still do this.
Yeah, we had fun.
Oh yeah,
definitely. Yeah, well, let's make it a thing.
Let's do it. Just to test people. Let's do it on my channel next time. and see how many people we can bore to death.
I mean, my sub count has seriously suffered from this, but I'll take one for the team.
But you at Musikmesse, you just broke 5,000.
Yeah.
So
and now I'm almost at 6.5. So yeah, apparently knowing Henning is positive.
No.
That's the first time anyone's ever said that. Ever.
I just gained a sub. Thanks, Adam. All right, well, I suppose I should say goodbye, you know, but it's been great. It was necessary to do this sort of debrief because I really, really genuinely miss the people that I've met and my new Thomann Gearhead University family. It's a weird thing to say that about people that I've met for like 10 days. But as I mentioned before, I came home and didn't know how to communicate with my own family. So thanks for that.
I did 3 days of PS4 killing Valkyries, not really talking to people. Well, except then people from Thomann call and it's like, wait, well, what was the box again for that? And how many modules did we have? I'm not looking at anyone in particular except for a bearded man. And I'm like, really? Do we have to do this right now? Obviously, we had to do this right now. And I couldn't complain because I was on the couch while he was working. But yeah, I really had to just like not deal with anything. And I said to Lizzie after 3 days, I'm slowly getting to the point where I could get off the couch. She's like, thank you. And now I'm sick, so good times.
Well, I'll end it by saying, Mion, please send me a piece of paper I can send so I can give you your headphones back.
No problem. Yeah, Lisa will take care of this. She already is on it.
Yeah.
The guilt is starting to fade, so...
No, it's all good. No worries.
All right, gentlemen. And to the people that have watched and chatted with us, why?
You poor souls.
And we'll be back with more of this on Henning's channel at some point, I guess.
Let's do this. I'll first have to open boxes and get all my gear back together. Don't know when I'll do that.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, let's do it on my channel, and someone has to explain this. Sorry, Mia. Someone has to explain the Google Hangout thing because I really don't know how it works.
Just Skype me, Henning. I'll run you through it. Why does the guy with 300 subs know how it works?
Just write me a letter and I'll write you one back. I just want to give a quick shout out to Imre, who was here before the chat started, and he's here at the bitter end. So Imre, well done. You are our #1 most valuable player. I don't want to do it.
Or passed out. It's also possible.
Yeah, he might have been sleeping for part of it. There's no proof he stayed there the whole time.
It's a good point. Let me know on Facebook, Imre. I don't want to press the stop broadcast button, but I'm going to. So here it goes. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.